Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm waiting on people to come in. I'm just starting this thing off. Give me a second. Let some people come in. Give me 1 second. Hey, Sherelle.
Hey.
Good morning. No, I'm just gonna do this quick video today because
Okay.
Jaguar has really sunk to a new low, for real. You know.
I watched it.
Oh, you seen it? Okay.
You told me to watch it, so I got up this morning and watched it.
You did watch it?
But
Okay. No, I mean
I
it
did
was
watch
it's
it,
okay.
and I see why you were outraged. It's not even funny anymore.
Like at a certain point, when do you just damn stop?
Yeah.
Like, do you throw your life out there? Because you're a laughing stock anyway, Jack. But to bring your son into this shit, to
Mm-hmm.
me,
Mm-hmm.
is the most ridiculous thing.
Mm-hmm.
That thing for me, like I don't know. And then you get
What time
people,
is he going? Sorry. Go ahead, Perry. Sorry.
yeah. No, I'm just saying that this is crazy. Like they out there just would use anything for $1, anything
Okay.
for attention, huh?
I see why you made me watch it. Tell everybody what happened, and I'll comment on it because last night Jaguar Wright went on another pitiful content creators channel, and they were just spewing their lies like they usually do. But
Hmm.
this time she took a recorded phone conversation between her first husband. Now, I looked him up. I'm really shocked that he would marry somebody like Jag. He's really established. But anyway, she took a recorded conversation between her husband and son and
Hmm.
played it for the audience. She's starting
Right.
to bring her kid into this. And I get what you're saying, Perry. That kids are off.
Let me, and people will say, well, he's 18 over this. Look,
No.
that's your child. Look, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you making a mockery out of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I mean, shit. The kid has went through enough
Mm-hmm.
by you making a fool of yourself, Jag.
Mm-hmm.
And you get these other damn bloggers still up their ass, don't give a damn, trying to act like they care. That
Yeah,
they care.
it's
That they care just to have Jag on because when Jag is not on their shit, their numbers go down.
yeah. So this
Is it
content creator, so Perry showed me the day before he had 100 people in his chat. The next day, when he keeps using Jag as a pawn, they were almost at 1,000.
right? Right here, use your
But
name,
it's a
phone name.
mother's responsibility to protect her children. Listen, I have two kids. Two. How many times have you seen my kid on my show? I don't bring them in. Do I bring my kid on? Yeah. Let me know, son, what you think about uh Jaguar Wright. That
No.
this is they're entitled to their own lives. They shouldn't be pulled into your mess. And then you complain about people calling you a shitty mother, and you turn around and do shit like this.
And she has no sense of pride whatsoever. I mean, like, it's so many things we could talk about that little conversation last night.
I
For
want to
one,
talk a lot about it because it was so. I don't mean to cut you off, but
yeah.
I understand your outrage, and I feel the same way you do right now. Is so they're on a she's airing out a private conversation. You better hope you're not in a two-party state, Jag, where she's talking about her son getting an internship
Hmm.
at some studio. Well, she leaves out the big facts because the internship was supposed to be not paid, and this studio is a friend of hers. Like, I could go in my bedroom, put a
Right,
microphone in
right,
there, and call it a studio.
right, right.
It's not a real internship with a real company that that you can get credit for. This anybody could put a microphone in
Mhm.
front of them and call themselves a blogger. There's no
Right.
credentials to be a blogger. There's no credentials to own a studio. What kind of studio? Does the studio have credits? So she wanted the father, she wanted him to ask the father, was it okay if he did this internship? Well, first
Mhm.
of all, the father doesn't know he's being recorded. Okay, so that's an invasion of privacy, just right there. If you ever record my ass and you call yourself a family member, because no matter what, they share a child. They're always
Right.
going to be family.
Mhm. No,
It
you
was an
know, yeah.
effort to make the father look bad. Like, see, he wasn't even happy that you got an internship. He was asking responsible adult father questions like, you got to be careful. I don't know if it's worth doing if it's for free. That's common sense. It's common sense. But in her
Basically,
twisted mind, and that fucked up blogger channel she was on, they
mhm.
thought that they were making the father look bad and exposing him. They said all kind of stupid shit. They said stuff like, "How can we exploit Legina? She's a grown woman
Right.
with a mental health issue. Just can't because you can do something. I can go in the grocery store and walk out with all kind of food without paying for it. Doesn't mean it's right."
For me, that phone call was for one purpose only. The record was ready. It was on speaker, so she can just.
Mhm.
She was trying to make the father look bad and act like she was just carrying mother that she hasn't been in the last 10 years. Because Jag, let's not, forget you do owe back child support. There's a
Yeah.
reason.
He was saying that. And
I
he
know.
was kind of saying, be careful about your mom. Your mom isn't the most responsible. But what he meant to say is she's batshit crazy and she will do anything for fame and a paycheck.
Right.
Anything. And
And
how dare you bring your child into this? I didn't like Jag before. So, okay, I got bad vibes about her before, decided to leave her alone.
uh-huh.
She can make a fool out of herself as much as she wants because that's what you do. You go, but to bring your child into this and now he's going to be part of the fake made up storyline.
Yeah, no,
It was bad when you brought Legina
right.
into this. Someone who
Hmm.
just got out the mental institution a couple days before you got her. But we found out you already knew her because that's another lie too. But still, you don't want to exploit anyone. And something is obviously wrong with Legina besides the lies. Besides, we all know that that's not R. Kelly and Aaliyah's child. We
Well,
know
no, yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
But
Everybody know that.
it's a look in her eyes that she gets. She's not all there. She's not all there. That's why they come up with these stupid plots. Let's pretend like the cartel sent us a picture of a horse.
I
Like,
know. Right.
what?
And you see how long that story went. It died
Yeah.
out. So now
Mhm.
she's going to a different thing. Let me use my son because everybody likes him. Yeah, because he's about the only one with some sense in this
Yeah.
whole situation.
Yeah.
And the father sounded like he had sense too.
Do you
Seemingly did.
remember? It was
Huh?
a long time ago. Somebody sent me this video. I wonder if I still have it of Jag's mother going ballistic because she showed up at her house unannounced. Let me
Mm.
see if I can find that. Unannounced, and she wanted her son to meet her husband. I'm going to assume it was Gerald. Let me
Wow.
see if I have this. Yeah, and the mom was like, "Get out of here," and called 911 on her.
Uh-huh. Damn.
It's not safe. She doesn't know how to handle her own child.
Well, no,
Like,
no. I
you
mean
make the
that's
environment
obvious,
safe for
right?
him.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go ahead.
But no, I'm just saying, like this whole thing. Okay, I guess the part that frustrates me is people see she's very damaged. Even these bloggers that support it.
Mhm.
And they'll come up with any kind of excuse to pat her on the back. No, Jack, you fine. Just go, girl. Go, girl. It don't matter who life you destroy.
Sean
And
Davy Wade came on his
mhm,
channel and said, "I don't care what you guys think. I'm going to keep making stories about Jag because it's not much to talk about in celebrity news."
right. No,
So
I'm
he's
telling you,
admitting, "I'm just going to make my money off my so-called friend."
right. And then King say the same thing. He's like, well, I stopped responding to stuff like that because people, I was losing subscribers, but hell, my numbers dropped anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring you back. And then he's pantering with her partner, like, Jag, yeah, you're so right. The father's so wrong. Look, and he keeps saying he have a grandkid or something, and I don't know. Maybe he was once married and then realized that he liked, a different type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we know he a queen. But
Right. Right.
the whole thing is this. You cannot use these damn kids like this. Like, this
Mhm.
is too much and it's so reckless, right?
Mhm.
Now, I mean, because I used to always feel sorry for Sam just because we have to talk about his mother
Mhm.
out here. But now she
Mhm.
want to put him in the mix
Mhm.
because everybody from the outside pretty much know he was the one that looked like he was the only one had sense and was
Mhm.
rooting for the kid. Because
Mhm.
Jag is crazy and she's a full grown adult that's making these choices on her own. So, but to see this kid, maybe get in the mix of this, that can damage this kid for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
the trip he about ready to go on with his
Mhm.
mother is out there. And I,
Mhm.
and I think the father know his kid is old enough, but he's not trying to come too hard on her, but just
Yeah.
trying to give his kid some,
Mhm.
good advice. But no, they want to turn on the father just to kiss Jag ass.
It made no sense, and I just had sympathy for this for her son
Hmm.
because yeah, he's of age, but still as a mother, parenting never stops. I don't care if my kid
Right,
is 62. I always want the best for him. I'm not good. Listen, Jag is getting ridiculed on the internet. She's getting arrested.
right.
She's arguing with people. It's not a good situation she has going on for herself. You're going to drag your son into this?
No, I know.
You're
I mean,
disgusting. You are. And then she gets back. Everyone says I'm a bad mother. They're being nice. You are 100% shitty mother. You're a
for real.
shitty mom
Hmm.
because your child should become first before yourself, before that sorry, no good Goomba. Put your child first. Don't bring him into the internet for everyone to judge, everyone to give their opinions.
Right,
The internet is full of trolls. What's going to happen next? They're going to start dogging the hell out of Sam, and it's going to be your fault,
right. And she
mother.
don't she don't give a damn, Sherelle. Like
Oh,
if
I can't
it,
stand a sorry mother. I just
if
can't.
people dogging Sam give her more attention, she'll sacrifice her own son. That's the sad part about it. Like, and but then again, what more else can we expect if she wasn't around? She say the father didn't do nothing for him. The father raised the kid.
Mhm,
Something you didn't do, Jag.
mhm.
You didn't do it,
It's just
and probably rightfully so because you are as sick as they come.
she
But
really
now,
is. You need some help soon. You need help. Your child. You need to. You can't teach a person to be a good parent.
no, you
I
can't.
feel bad for that kid. I really, really do. I just hope that you find some kind of stability in your life. Listen to your father. Your mother is not all there.
Hmm.
She's telling him this stuff, convinced him to live with her. Your own life is a mess. You don't even have a place to stay. You're on couch to couch, car to car, hotel to hotel.
Right, right, right.
You bring your son into this mess.
And
It's a natural instinct in a lot of children
like the
to
part that get
want
me
to
is,
be around their parents. They want to know who their real parent
hmm,
is. They wish that the parent will always end up treating them the way children are supposed to be treated.
uh-huh.
Everyone wants a mother to act like a mother, but not everybody has that privilege.
No,
And
I mean,
some mothers don't deserve to be mothers.
and she's one of them.
And
And she's
you
one of
gotta,
them.
he's in, I hear he's on the spectrum. He's has some kind of form of autism. And he just wants his mother's love. That's it. I want to make my mom proud. Listen, I'm in my 50s. I want to make my mother proud. It feels good.
Right.
But you have to know when the mom is not all there,
Hmm.
and this is not cool.
No, it's not. And Sherelle, like, I laugh and joke about this situation and shit like that because
Mhm,
Jag is comical to a certain degree because she destroyed her own life. That's by choice.
mhm,
But to hear this kid talking to his father and have her in the background going back and forth,
mhm.
just to hear this innocence from this kid,
Mhm,
knowing
mhm,
that she's fixing to F up his whole life with her drama, with her
mhm,
silliness, right?
mhm,
Just for attention,
mhm,
just for a cash app.
mhm.
She's, we're gonna sell art. We're gonna do this. Do something on your own, uh, Jag. You're supposed to be an artist. Go and sing.
The whole thing was
Make
crazy.
money
So,
yourself.
did you catch this, Power Perry? The audience was rebelling left and right. Like,
Right.
what are you doing? Don't bring your kid into this. Stop talking about this. Stop playing this tape. He doesn't want to be taped. The father. Everyone was turning their back in King Payne's chat. They were
Mhm.
going in on him, and he was acting like Bishop Whitehead. I'm gonna block this person. I'm gonna block this person. Block this.
Yeah, he basically
Realize,
said,
King Payne, people weren't there because you were putting on a good show. They were there watching the spectacle. And what's going to happen when Jag is no longer in your life? You're no longer going to have a channel like you did the day before. He had 90 people in his chat. 90.
mm-hmm. You know,
He's
people was
making the
there.
money the best way he can off of Jag. And that's not cool. And just because you can do it, because you can exploit someone, doesn't make it right.
And people was there because Jag was coming back out. You know, people still interested on what's the next lie
Everyone
that
wants
she
to
gonna
see the
tell.
train wreck.
What's the next
Everybody.
scam, right? And then also people was there to see how much a coward you was gonna be, King Payne, and not address that Jag got an issue.
Yeah.
Because it's funny how you can whisper it low later. Yeah, she got issues, but you would never come clean and say, Jag, you know what? All this shit is full of shit.
Yeah.
See, you got weak ass content creators that's gonna kiss that ass like that, or you can have some that just come out and just tell the damn truth. Jag is full of shit. Jag is out there harming other people's lives with her
Ooh.
antics. Okay.
Perry, I want you to can you approve for me to put something on your screen?
Okay, let me see.
I don't know how it works. So I have to click the button. Hold on, let me see how I do it. I click the button. Hold on.
I'm not sure neither. Let me see.
Hold on, let me redo it. Keep going and then I'll do this.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, that's how people was there because you can have these spineless people. Now, King Payne, I'm not sure if you got kids or not, but for you to try to act like this father didn't give a damn, let's go back and remember something. He raised that kid, not Jag. He was giving him good information. For you to come in and tell him, interns don't pay. Well, how much do you really know? Some interns do pay, asshole.
Perry, do you see something backstage?
Oh yeah, I do.
Give me click on it and give me permission to play this.
I'm perfectly fine.
Come I wanted to play this for you guys.
Okay.
Because this happened.
I'm right here speaking with.
Call the police. Honey, do you got 911 on the phone?
Everything is perfectly fine.
No, it isn't because I have all the conversations recorded. I have every last conversation.
There. Okay. So what we're getting ready to see, this is from 2020. This is when Jag went to her mother's house. She wanted Sam to meet her new husband. But I want you to guys see, because this is on her social media. I didn't go to Dallas and tape this. And just the distress the kid was under, you could tell he loved his mom, but he wanted to listen to, I'm going to assume this is Jag mom. She kept calling her Tina. Just listen to this, just the kind of life Jag is providing for him.
Outside.
I'm perfectly fine.
Come outside and speak to your mother.
I'm right here. I'm right here speaking with.
Call the police. Honey, do you got 911 on the phone?
Everything is perfectly fine.
No, it isn't because I have all the conversations recorded. I have every last conversation recorded.
I'm perfectly
Every
fine.
last conversation recorded.
I'm perfectly
Then you
fine.
can come outside and speak to your mother.
You're already outside.
I'm already.
So then why can't you walk over here and meet
No.
your stepfather?
No.
Why can't he meet his stepfather? Why can't he meet his
Jackie,
stepfather?
Jackie.
Why can't he meet his stepfather,
Hold
Tina?
on, 911.
Why can't he meet his stepfather?
I can definitely talk with them.
Well, then go and meet your stepfather.
No, you stay here.
No, he doesn't stay anywhere.
Yes, he does.
He's 18 years old. You don't tell him what to do. Go meet your stepfather.
I'm closing my door, Jackie.
You better take your hands off of me,
Hello,
Tina.
I'd like to call the
You
police,
better not
please.
put your hands on me. This
Hello?
woman just put her hands on me.
I did
Please,
not.
911, come
Okay.
here. She's crazy.
I'm
She's a
1300
schizophrenic. She won't let my son out the house.
Fairmont
She
Street.
just
Now that right there,
I'm perfectly fine.
come outside and speak to your mother.
that right there is trauma. Oh, you got to take it off the screen. That's traumatic for a child, teenager,
No.
young adult, whatever. When your family goes through issues like this, you, as a mother, you're supposed to put a lock on that. Don't do things in front of your child that's going to traumatize them.
I mean, you know,
Don't get in the middle between him and his relationship with his father. You don't call his father a bum in front of him. You don't cuss his father out in front of him. You're not providing a stable home for your adult child who had to go through this his whole life. I'm sorry, Perry. I'm
No,
a
I know. I'm
mom.
gonna say
And
this
I'm a
though.
mom before I'm a blogger. I'm a
Right.
mom before I'm a wife. I'm a mom before I'm anything else. You have one job in this world. One job. And that's to
I'm-
raise your children to the best of your ability. And you can't do that.
No, she can't. And watching that, I mean, this is my first time ever seeing that, Sherelle. But anybody in this chat, could you guys feel this kid pain? If he's
Yeah.
struggling with anything already, and now he's at his grandmother's house, because Jag, refused to be a parent. Only thing she care about is what she want. This whole argument, obviously, if you cared about your son, he probably would have been with you, Jag, not at your mother's house. And then you just doing all this shit just so he can meet somebody that you don't fell in love with, his stepdaddy. I mean, like, it is damn ridiculous. I can feel that kid pain. Like, for me, I joke around a lot of shit. I have 2 boys, I have grandbabies. To hear his voice, it's like that was just tearing him apart. Like, I could feel the pain from the kids. You know what
It's
I'm
a
saying?
reason everybody knows that people say you don't put adult problems on your children. I don't give a damn what age they are. Like, I'm not one of these parents that, okay, you're 18 now. Can you give me money to pay my rent? Okay, you're 18. No, my job as a mother never stops. But they took questions from the audience, and somebody came up there and said, you guys don't know what the dad is like. He's an asshole. And that's not your place. And it's definitely not your place to ridicule somebody's father, in front of the kid, say what a bad, shitty parent he is
Exactly.
when you're not even a family member. So you need
know-
to shut up and have a seat.
But you know what, though? You get these kind of people that buy so much into a story, they'll just pick a side and forget to have morals, to even have common sense to think shit out, right? That shit is not right. And if you have a kid and you can't understand that what Jag was doing, that phone call and exploiting all this bullshit in front of her kid, that shit was not right.
Period. It's not like me and you are perfect. We argue all the time. We have problems with our children. I do not bring my child online and go at it. Okay, Damien, isn't your dad a bum? Let him know you got an internship. You see how he's not even happy for you? You see what I'm talking about? Who does that?
And
then this
yeah.
blogger, this no good, money hungry, fat motherfucker. You see how close he was to the camera so you couldn't see how fat he was?
Right.
Kate comes on here, admits I'm on here for cash.
Mhm.
And this is a great show. As a family falls apart, and you call it great.
I mean,
Family, bickering.
he don't
going
give a
at
damn
it.
about he don't give a damn about that family. It's all about the cash run. It's all about, can we meet our quota for the day?
It's just disgusting. So let me tell you something, King Payne and Sean Davy Way. Let me tell you this, because I don't want you crying later. You're going to make all the money you can make off of Jag. Eventually, life is going to stop this because it can't keep going on like this. But you know what you can't stop after that is your reputation.
Right.
People aren't going to get out of
right.
their head what you did for
Yep.
cash.
That
for
you
dollar.
condoning this
You
bullshit.
came on Sean Davy Way full of tears, said that this is wrong. I don't want any part of it. But you let your greed get the best of you.
Right.
And now that comes with a consequence. People aren't going to forget that you showed everybody who you really are.
Right.
And I could do a lot of things. I could go and rob a bank. But just because I can doesn't mean you should. Where are your morals? Where are your morals? Oh, Legina's a grown woman, so we could use her any way that we can. We could use her for more cash and stuff. That's the kind of person you want to be? I'll take advantage of somebody that definitely has mental issues, because you know that's not Aaliyah's daughter. You know damn well. But let me make all the money that I can off of her right now, because I can, because I don't have anything going on my own.
Right.
And then to hell with the rest. The rest is going to be, people aren't going to forget. King Payne is a money hungry SOB.
Right. I mean,
That
all
will,
of it,
he doesn't
like
give
I
a
said,
fuck about. And you notice this, how many times has he brought his children on to argue with the mother who, or if he had
right.
a surrogate, because I think he's gay,
Mhm.
whatever, your partner,
Uh-huh.
it's called family business for a reason. You don't need everybody putting in their 2 cents, making the situation worse because you can, and you get paid good because of it. Shame on you.
And
Shame,
see,
shame, shame
right.
on you. And to all of those callers that came up on the stage, very insensitive to the situation, trying to get this boy not to like or respect his father, shame on you too.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Shame on you too. I couldn't believe it. My mouth fell open. Like, what the hell is happening here? Listen, my life isn't perfect, but you would never, ever, ever hear me come on here and just drag Perry for Phil, call him a no good father, money
Uh-huh.
hungry, this and that, and I'm the better parent. Who does that?
I'm
So
gonna tell
you
you
want to be
something.
the best, that bad, you want to be the better parent that bad, which you are not,
Mhm.
that you are willing to humiliate, put the father on blast. He didn't know he was being recorded.
Yeah.
Then when he found out, he's like, okay, that's great. Don't stop recording me. Stop.
Yeah, let me read this. Famika says, they time me out so many times because I wouldn't go along to get along. They didn't want to hear the truth. Jag
Amen.
was wrong and toxic, using her son. You damn right. They will kick you out. They'll do anything because if Jag ain't right, they don't make money. They all kissing her ass. And part of the scam, because like they'll always dissing themselves. No, we just got the exclusive. No, you on the phone with Goomba, you on the phone with Jag, part of the plan. And that's why they also went along begging, because Jag said herself, you know, if Goomba coming along, because they already get in the car and take off again. They trying to get Goomba to go along. Jag is. And Sean called him, trying to get him to go back. King Payne called him to try to get him to go back. This is from Jag mouth. She's saying this. So aren't you a part of the scam? And they figure it's more entertaining, more views they can get if Goomba is along with the mix. That's just my opinion. But
How many
it's
times
all
have we seen Sean Davy Way with his children on the show? How many times have we seen King Payne with his children on the show? Kids are off limits. I thought that was just a universal rule. Really thought it was just a universal rule.
right.
Even when I review reality TV shows, I try not to go too hard on the children. They have no choice in this. I was just disgusted. And Jag, don't you dare lie to yourself and tell yourself you were a good mother. And church can't fix this the next day. She had the nerve to take her sorry ass to church this morning and ask for forgiveness. But you're in too deep, girl. You're in too deep.
I mean, she's too
Church
much.
is not going to fix this.
Jag only give a fuck about is this damn production she's
Jennifer's
putting
in
on.
the chat. Drop the link, Perry.
Okay. Okay, let me get it.
It's so ridiculous. I'm just outraged for
They her
her
puppets.
son.
It's a comedy at this point. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay,
It's
let me
just
get the link.
sad. It's ridiculous. When I seen that kid, they're bringing her in there. Now he's dating Legit. Like, who knows if that's true or not? Leave your kids out of this. Are you out? You are out of your mind. And then the lies. Let's talk about the lies. How they tried to say the only reason that Jag got in trouble at the police station because some blogger named Shayna Lewis, that's
Or
what
something like that.
I don't
Yeah.
know who it is. Shayna Lewis called the cops. No, the reason you got arrested at the police station because you were acting a damn fool.
Thank you.
And they
On your
looked
own.
as a
On your
crazy
own.
person on the loose, and they weren't putting up with your mess.
Right.
Hey y'all.
Hey,
Girl,
good
ain't
morning.
it did you see it?
Oh my God, I just actually watched it. I just finished.
It's just disgusting.
It was
It's
so sad. It
empathetic.
was so sad.
Yeah.
Her son sounded so uncomfortable.
Yeah. That's his dad.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I could know my mom has mental problems. I can know it, but I'm still going to love my mom. And I'm always going to love my dad. And you're bringing me in the middle of y'all mess?
Well, the interesting thing is she blamed him for his mental breakdown, and I
Mm,
don't think that's the case.
Whose mental
Um,
breakdown?
we just saw. I had never seen that video of
Oh
her
yeah, 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 yeah,
before,
yeah, yeah.
um, and then just to hear the way she's dogging his dad out, and I don't know if she dated Tariq or what she has against Tariq,
hmm
but we all know he's a member of the Roots. She definitely has something against him, but why
She
would
kept
she?
bringing that up. Yeah, I don't
Right?
know.
Why would she bring him? Say her husband was trying to get her, and he's doing it with Tariq. Like, I don't know. She seems to have a lot of anger, especially towards men.
Right. And that's her MO. She always go there. Any person she got a problem with,
I'm gonna go grab some water. I'll be right back.
then they gonna always come back. Okay, they gonna always come back to say, "Oh, yeah, that's why you sucking peen. You doing this."
And
Jag
that
was
their mother did something to them. Because she
see,
said the
that's
same thing
crazy.
about her ex-husband's mother
hmm hmm
that she said about Goomba's mother.
Look,
Did you notice that?
yeah, no, it's the same thing because all her stuff go back to the same category. You know, being emmed or all this stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well, I know with
it's all sexual. You
I
see what I'm
saw
saying?
a thing with Tariq, where she was talking about Tariq, because I'm like, I love Tariq. I love Black Thought. I love like poetry, like
hmm
and all that. Like, so I definitely love the Roots. And anyway, I mean, I remember when Jag was in songs with them and all that. So when I first saw her, on your platform, I was like, is that the same? Because she sounded so different, like out
Uh-huh.
of it.
hmm
But so I watched this video about her talking about him, talking about him laying on her bosom, and his mother abandoned him, and she never
Wow.
like she goes for the jugular, and it's always about their mother with a man. Their mother never loved
Right, right,
them. They
right.
abused them,
hmm
and I don't know why it's like that.
It just
No.
pisses me off because I will crawl through broken glass to protect my child, my family.
hmm
That's all we have. Material things come and go.
Right.
Like, okay,
Exactly.
I have access to a lot of money because of Perry. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything
Doesn't mean
without Perry himself.
anything.
So to see somebody fail at your only job, you have one, if you're a parent, you have one fucking job.
And
That's
that's
to
it.
take care of those children. You put them before your husband. You put them before yourself.
hmm
You put them
Before
before
your
a job.
godchild
To
that you
see
just
a
met 2
person
weeks ago.
fail so miserably at your only job in life, it irks the shit out of me.
It's sad, and his dad wasn't telling him anything wrong.
He wasn't.
He said our deal was if you went to stay with your mother, you'd either continue your education or get a job
hmm
because you have responsibilities.
Right. He teaching them right.
And that's all he said. He was like, "Is your internship paid?" And then when she's like, "Oh, have you ever heard of an internship that pays?" Yes,
Yeah.
there are paid internships.
Yes.
Yes,
Right.
but this internship she's talking about is one of the people on YouTube that she's done interviews with. That's like
Right.
one of her
Right.
people. And
That's
Uh-huh.
then
what I
she says,
figured.
"Well, Mark Cuban
Yeah.
is talking about
I
investing."
know. Come on.
Mark
So
Cuban?
yeah, please.
No, he's not. From Shark Tank, and he owns one of the Dallas teams or whatever,
Mavericks. Yeah.
basketball.
hmm Yeah.
And I'm like, I know the reason her husband is, or her ex-husband was quiet, was he's like, she's full of it. And like when he's like, my mom's gonna take care of me. He didn't dog her, but he's like, Sam, if that were the case, she would have sent me the $500 a month
hmm
that she was supposed to send me.
Yeah.
You know, if she couldn't do it then, she's not gonna do it now. Like,
Yeah.
you need to hear me. That's
And I'll
all.
say this too. Sam Senior was really respectful of Jag. It's a
Right.
lot of
Because he
things he
could have
could
said
have
a
said,
lot of things.
but he chose not to air that shit out in front of his kid.
Mhm.
And I think if his kid, I mean, he didn't want to even come out and say, "Hey, that intern is a whole bunch of shit." He could have just told him
Right.
that it's a lie. It's something that your mother don't made up, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
But he didn't do Jag that way. He was
Mhm.
just like, "Hey, son, just make sure you compensated for your time."
When he stayed calm and never snapped on her.
No,
I
Never.
would have
he
snapped. You
didn't.
guys know how my temper is.
I know
I would have
mine too.
snapped.
I probably
I'd have
would have
been
snapped
like,
too.
I would have been calm, and then all of a sudden I just would have been like, "You
It's
bitch, let me
just-
tell you something."
it's
You know,
sad.
like,
How long is this circus gonna go on? Okay, so we got used to the circus, and we watch it every day, and
Mhm.
okay, but they're
it's
consenting
something
adults.
about her bringing her son into it
That's
that,
when I'm done. And these stupid bloggers, they're
oh
they're just
yeah,
they're money hungry. They're money hungry. I could play a game with you if I wanted to bring this on my big channel and kill all of you in numbers, but it's not about that for me. It was like, okay, Perry, for some reason, Perry, what's the reason that you keep doing this story?
Just how
to
she treat people. I
expose
mean,
her to, and the way,
When Jag treated you messed up, I was like, damn, and I'm just tired of people wanting to come after just that gang of people that she's rolling with,
Yeah.
throwing stones at you. I thought, wow, shit, hold up now.
they
You
were
know,
too personal, Sherelle. They
right.
got too
You crossed
personal,
the line. When you cross that line like that, we're gonna talk about it.
and they all ganged up on you.
On me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, they
the
did.
three
They
of them
did. But that
especially.
that
Yes.
that happens. It wasn't listen, them lying on me and doing all that happens in this business.
Yeah,
People,
but we know how Perry loves you, and it was just something. I think because Jag is vicious with it.
yeah.
Maybe even if it was just the two of them, like SDW and OKP, but Jag is vicious. So you add her to the mix, and that takes a different, it's a different tone when you add her.
It's so
She's
weird
vicious.
because uh I've been in this business a long time, and having arguments with other bloggers is nothing new. And I've gotten pretty good at it, actually, pretty good at it. It happens. It's between adults, but they think they're doing something big. When you get over 100,000 subscribers, you get what's called a YouTube manager. Okay,
Right.
you get a YouTube manager. If someone is cyberbullying or harassing you,
Mhm.
you go to your manager. See, she's bragging about she's got what's the name's channel down.
And she
Yeah.
doesn't. She
Uh-huh.
has his
You
main
don't know
page
what you're
down.
doing. She if King World wanted to go after, well, somebody with 100,000 followers wanted to go after Jag, they could get that shit shut down within a
Mhm.
matter of hours.
Oh, oh. I forgot to tell you. I was listening to another, I don't even know who it was, but they were playing, it was a really small channel, but
Uh-huh.
they were playing a call between Genesis and someone else, and she was talking about kicking Jag out.
Mhm.
And that bath that she ran for Jag, the reason that they were in all white was because that was a spiritual bath.
Mhm.
I guess they practice Santeria.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
And
Right.
I was
It was
like,
Genesis and King World. That's who you heard.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
oh, okay.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh.
They,
And so
they're so dumb. Sean David, what are you doing? You have a big channel. You don't put your channel in jeopardy like that.
I don't know. It's
Well, I
just,
mean, some people just try it, but they'll see because you feel like that is profitable today. But what about your character
That
and this
too.
whole thing? That's the part that get to it. Like
But
if you
no,
just keep
he's
it real,
financially putting his channel in jeopardy. Okay,
right?
because there's so many rules. Go read your book. Go talk to your YouTube manager. It's a 3 strikes and you're out rule. Go find out what that is, Sean, and thank me later. Because you're just being ridiculous. You need to stop.
Uh-huh.
You need to stop. Not only is it unethical what you're doing, you're showing how greedy you are, how you don't give a damn about anybody but yourself. You don't give a fuck about Jag,
Not at
but you're
all.
bringing this into your business.
are they
Make
still
that make
doing
sense.
super chats? Do you know?
Say it
Oh
again.
well, no, I haven't seen the cash apps on theirs
Oh,
lately.
yeah.
But
That's what I
it's
meant.
another
Cash apps.
it's another platform that's still running it. So
Yeah. It's just sad. It's sad. It's hard to look at. These people are just disgusting that are enjoying this. When I seen that panel, I'm never gonna forget. I'm
Alarm
never gonna
is
forget
going off.
the
It,
way
it
they were just.
the sun just takes it to a whole nother
Yeah,
disturbing
I'm a
level.
whole nother level.
that
A
did
whole
it.
nother level.
I mean, because that's the only part that gave you a little comfort is that when they was rolling around like fools, that Sam wasn't with them. Now they gonna add him to the mix.
Sad.
That right there is like, damn.
Ain't no
Who wouldn't you use,
amount
Jack?
of clicks and views worth the demise of my son, the humiliation of my son. When you argue in front of children, I don't care how old they are, it changes who you are. Haven't you watched Dr. Phil? It changes who they are.
She
Well,
about
They
ready.
don't, they
She
and
get
about ready
that
to have
confused.
her son. She about to have her son all over social media.
Ugh,
And that part, you can't erase that shit. Like,
yeah.
Jack, you old, washed up, or whatever. Do what you want to do with your life, but putting your son in this mix is just effed up to me. And that's just not right.
I gotta shout out my girl Schmoopy who's in the chat, and she said, "How does Jag keep getting these men that sound sensible?"
That was my first thought. I thought this guy used to be married to Jag.
Right? And it's like
Huh?
I have no idea, but you see, they're not married anymore.
I know he
Right.
got the hell out of there. So
I'm
he
wondering
has
how
a good
long that
job
lasted.
too. He
He
just
what?
seemed he has a really good job. She said it. I don't know if she said it on this or if told me. I
Right.
can't remember. It's getting all blurred. He has a really good job. He's really stable.
Mm-hmm.
You let somebody that doesn't even know him, somebody claim, I talked to him. He's a bad person. You keep your nose out of other people's business and relationships when it comes to spouses, former spouses, children. Like, how dare you? How dare you?
How
And
can they
here's
say
the
how can
thing.
they say he a bad person when you sitting there rolling with Jag, following her on a daily basis? What have
Mm-hmm.
she done right? Jag ain't did
Mm-hmm.
shit right.
Even
Everything is
if
full of drama and bullshit.
even if they didn't have a good relationship, that doesn't make him a bad father.
I
No,
know.
it don't. It
Because you
don't.
know what, Jag? There is a possibility that you could make mistakes, but
Mm-hmm.
still love your child.
Right. Yeah.
I can't with these idiots. They are idiots, just idiots. It's getting old. And mark my words. So, right now, they're in their prime. They're making the money they want. People are listening to these stupid, unbelievable stories. Okay. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even need a DNA test. Like, please. So, people are listening to it, and she's getting all the attention that she wants. But that only lasts for so long. Eventually, God's going to step in.
Right.
You're going to end up in jail, ODing, something like that. The things you don't count on. No one wakes up to says, I'm going to OD today.
Right.
They don't wake up and say that. It's that they've done it so many times till you think, oh, well, one more time. Or if they think about it at all. Like I've seen drug
Wow.
addicts, they don't think about anything but the drug.
Uh-huh.
Something's going to happen that's going to jar you into reality. And this will be over. And you will be left with what you did, the reputation you left on the table. People aren't going to forget that. Am I ever going to forget? Sean Davy Way said, I'm back doing this stories because, well, simply, it's a boring. There's nothing else in the news. It's a boring day.
Right.
See, I
Right.
didn't know he said that.
He said it.
I think I don't know if you were on that day, Perry, or I mean Sherelle, but I told Perry, I said I watched him one time and I couldn't get through the um
Antics.
Mr.
Antics.
Poppington, his antics, his
Yeah.
laughing, his I gotta get the lights up if you want to hear
Ugh.
the tea, all this. I couldn't get through it. The silliness is like I got who has the exclusive? Me. I couldn't get through it.
Uh,
I've never watched him again.
he
Um
made it a joke. He does hair
Mm-hmm.
flip and all the dramatics. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
this is
yeah,
just a job for him.
exactly.
You're not taking into consideration the woman you called a friend.
Right.
Right.
But I do see the titles where it's like um it sounds like he's making a joke, especially the past couple weeks. It sounds like a joke. what
Right.
he's making out of it. Or I have seen like clips that people have posted
Hmm.
where it sounds like he's making a joke out of her situation, like her going to jail and things like that.
It's
So
just sad. How do we explain this? How does he explain that he came on, called Jack a crook, cried for
Hmm.
it's the
Eugenia?
crying from me.
He cried. I'm not
It's
making
Yeah.
the
this up.
Yeah.
He
crying.
He did.
cried.
Right.
How do you explain that? And that you're just going to step away because your heart won't let you do this. And this is, you're not that kind of person.
You
And
never
then
meant
the
to
next
take
week you're back on
advantage.
Right.
here
You
saying,
didn't know Legina had issues like
yeah,
this.
yep.
You
Right.
didn't want to exploit her.
He's
It's,
And
never
if
going to live
you
that down. You came out on tape in the public in front of the camera and you said what Jag is doing is wrong and you wanted
Mhm.
no parts of it.
right. That's what he said. He said this has gone too
Too
far.
far.
Now, if that
but
was
she
gone too
took him
far,
back too though. It's
if
on both of them. She took him back, he took her back. It's
right,
like
but
a
what I'm saying
breakup
is,
when they talk
if,
crap about each
if he
other.
cried about that and things have went too far, that he had to back out of it. And when she, and this is some girl that's old enough that's looking for attention for herself. That was too far. But when she bring her kid in it, you
Yeah.
don't think that's too far?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
You
that's
don't
way
think
too
that shit is
far.
too far when she bring her kid in? Because look, I don't care what these two content creators say. They know Jaguar is just whacked the hell out, right?
Mhm.
They laugh about it in private, but then they'll act out and stroke her ego when she on their
Oh,
panel.
did you guys catch this part? Did you guys catch this part? So King Payne, the asshole that he is interviewing her. And she just reaches over as is casual and pulls out a pipe and starts lighting up. And he goes, did you want to put your avatar on,
Avatar
friend?
on, yeah.
You
Mhm.
just start smoking. You pull out a pipe and
He's
start
like,
smoking. What the
he do
hell
the
did I
line
just
right
see?
there, like, you not getting my channel taken down.
She pulls out a pipe, just casually talking, lights it up, and his face. He had a blank expression on his face, and then he goes, put your avatar on, friend. Well, huh? She said, "What? Why? What?" And he's like, "Cause And she, okay, I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Now
You
something
for
he oh, go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just saying. First of all, I'm not Jennifer. If I'm talking to you in person, let's just say we're not on camera.
Hmm.
I'm not comfortable enough with drugs to pull my pipe out and just start smoking in front of you. Like
Mm-hmm.
what?
Right. Right. Like, so anyway, let me just it's crazy. It's
But
I
you're that comfortable. You get high so much
that
that
you
it's
just
just
pull it out.
nothing to you.
Right,
You
right.
just start lighting up. And what the hell was in that pipe? Okay, like girl, stop.
It's supposed to be a bong.
No, that's a
You
pipe.
know, it was
That's a
a
pipe.
right, it's a glass bong, she said. She showed it and it looked like one, but who knows what's
Right. I
What?
mean,
But who just does that in an interview?
oh,
I mean, I
nobody.
interview a lot of people. I could say this is the first time I've seen someone just casually pull out a pipe and start lighting up.
It was just like, I was like, whoa, whoa. But
mhm.
she's always someone. I was like, and her kid. I mean, I know the kid is grown. I know that, but I'll put it like this: my uncles, they moved from Chicago. They moved to California.
Mhm.
Now I was in California, 30 years old. They never they okay, they would never smoke around me. My uncle has glaucoma, and so he smoked. The other one, they were born in the 60s, okay?
Mhm.
And so they're like, but they would never smoke around me
Never.
ever. I'm
I
in
have
my
strung
third
out family members on crack. I have
Uh-huh.
never seen them smoke the crack in front of me. I
exactly.
have family members that do heroin. I have never seen them shoot up in front of me.
That's what I'm saying.
Even
Let
when they go
alone
to the
on
bathroom, I'm
camera.
going, okay, we know what you're doing
Yeah.
in there.
Right,
Right,
let
right.
alone on camera.
Like, let alone in an interview, you just
Right.
pull out a pipe and start lighting up.
It's just some things you just don't do. But her girl is always smoking blunts on camera. So
Oh yeah, that all the time.
choking, she's like,
Yeah, but you know what though? Where this whole thing is going, people. I mean, like they coming up with new storylines by the moment, right?
Yeah.
Like even when she was parked in front of the house, remember the house she showed that she supposed to have used to live in,
Oh,
and
that used to live
she
in.
had
I
stopped
wonder
by
if
to
she
see the
did.
tenants. Something told her to go by the house. She stopped by, talked to the tenants, and the tenants had told her that uh, two cops that came looking for her last week.
Oh,
Did
I
Sean
didn't
Davy
know
Way say
that.
that stupid?
It could be true or not true. I mean, it came from Jag's mouth, right? But
Um,
I think that's just another storyline. We ain't got no DNA test. I mean, I don't know.
and
The
how
Well,
do you go
the,
from a
the
5-bedroom home, because that house looked nice, to the
mhm,
car?
well,
right. The
here's the
story.
thing about that DNA test. Supposedly, Legina has paid for two 23andMe tests.
What is that?
Ancestry.
Oh,
Like an
Oh, okay.
ancestry is just
Yeah,
another
yeah.
one.
Hmm.
And then you were talking about, she said the cops stopped by that house. So I was watching somebody else,
Hmm.
and she said that on, because she'll just play what Jag, she'll just play one of the
Right.
videos and then comment like crack up.
Hmm.
mhm.
And Jag had said that she, like you were saying, Perry, she picked up, so you may have seen this, picked it up with the plastic bag, that picture,
Yeah.
and then she
Right.
called 911, and the police came, and the
Oh.
same police that she said are corrupt
Uh-huh.
came, and
Oh
they
God.
believed her story, and they thought they could get fingerprints off the picture, and they were going to call the FBI or somebody, and they were going to leave a police car out in front of the house. They don't want her to do anything, not run water, don't do anything, because who knows what was tampered with,
Oh my.
and they'll get back to her
For a
I
damn
don't know.
cartoon picture. For a cartoon picture.
Yeah.
with the
All
same
this.
like strokes and lines that's in
Right.
Legina's Aaliyah
Right.
pencil drawn picture.
Right. I mean, come on now. See,
Oh, did you know that there was something that was supposed to say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom on it too?
okay. Now, see, the story just grows by the moment. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
Listen,
For
I
real?
keep telling you guys, I've been doing this for a long time. Jag is not the first blogger slash addict that I ran across. So you guys in
Uh-huh.
the chat that have been riding with me a long time, there was another blogger that was strung out, that
Mm-mm-mm.
faked stories all the time,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
filed
yeah.
phony police reports on me, and he was just havoc.
Mm-hmm.
And it went on for a long time, probably 3 years. It went on. Were
For
you
a
with me
long
back
time.
then, Jennifer? Uh, of this blog, you would know who it was if you watch the channel. So you might
I
not
think
watch.
I know.
Yeah, Caucasian gentleman
Yes, I do
cracked
know
out of his
exactly who
Yeah.
mind.
you're
Yeah.
talking about. That's who I thought you were talking
Yeah,
about.
and it went on and on and on. That's why I was like,
Him and this man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy. They faked prank phone calls saying that it was Perry. It went on and on and on.
It took them a long time to
A
die
long
down.
time. So what happens is, and it might seem like you're getting away with this. I mean, I think he filed 3 fake police reports on me, and that's illegal. I could have had his ass locked up. But when it comes to stuff like that, I just think, okay, I'll just move on because I don't want to impact somebody's real life.
But he's nuts.
Yeah, he was nuts. But then what happened is he got this reputation for being
With
this
everyone.
with
Uh-huh.
everyone. No one wanted to mess with him anymore. This is going to happen to Sean Davy Way and King Payne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you know
People
what though?
loved his antics.
Mm-hmm.
This other blogger, they loved it.
Uh-huh.
He would come on and he would scream, and then he would pretend like Perry was on the phone. He would like, Perry, stop! He just cut up and act a
Mm-hmm.
fool. But then
Yeah.
people start getting tired of it, and then they start putting 2 and 2 together. You didn't really go to the hospital that day, and and then when they get to that point where you're exposed, where they are right now, then you start getting on people's nerves, and they don't like you.
Did
Then you don't know who's watching. So then when he wanted to move on and be legit in his real life and really get a serious expand his YouTube channel to make it really
Nobody
legit.
believed anything he said.
No
Right.
one wanted to work with him. They
Right.
were like, no, 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 no. Isn't that the guy that kept
Right.
using the N-word? No.
You're a
And
liability.
those tapes come back to follow you. And I'm telling you that because of what happened to that blogger. I'm telling you that what happened to me. I've been in a room before with a lot of professionals, and they were like, oh, we seen the tape where you were saying, show your face. And I'm going, oh my God.
Oh, I
And
know people don't
It
let you live that
comes
down.
back to haunt you.
right. I mean, 'cause
So
look.
let King Payne have fun now.
Mhm.
And you're always going to be that greedy, selfish asshole that
Right.
exploited Jaguar, her son, and Legina. And
But I
that's
think
what
the
you got to
son
live
is the
down.
worst thing. And then here's another thing: as if the recording wasn't bad enough and awkward to listen to, even she was replaying it and dogging the father out while her son was right there. And I don't know,
Exactly.
the reason I know
Right.
he was right there was because she's like, Sam, uh or Sam has 2 paintings commissioned. Isn't that right, Sam? Sam's gonna, and
Right.
Legina and OKP was like, oh yeah. I went, tell Legina I want a painting, and she's like, I got them an art studio and such and such. So her son was right there. Why not only is she playing the tape, but she's dogging him out again.
No, for
My,
real.
my, my.
No, I'm telling you,
Right.
these two
My,
content
my.
creators don't give a damn, but they always want to come across as they got integrity, and all this shit. Like, he's doing this to say this. Look, and both of them ain't that young. They sort of up there. They supposed to have grandbabies and shit or whatever, right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He said he had
But
grandkids.
right, but can't they find the guts to say, Jack, certain things like that cartoon picture was
Oh my
staged?
god.
They can't figure if you can't figure that out. If that shit is staged, why wouldn't all these exclusives don't mean a damn thing? Because you calling Jack, you calling Goomba, you calling Legina. If you can't figure that out, so the shit that you bringing to the table is the shit that Jag and them told you that herself. So where's the credibility at?
So
And
if I,
here's another
You
thing
gotta see what I'm
about her.
saying? Like, where's the credibility when you get an info from a liar?
And here's another thing, that whole thing about I called the police, they came, they believed me. You record everything. Everything. Why didn't you record that? For
Yeah,
your
see?
protection, since the police are so crooked.
Jennifer was another lie.
Oh, I know that. I know that for
Oh yeah, no,
sure.
I'm just saying because I say it ain't them other two content creators.
It's
it's
just,
so
it's sick.
sad.
It's sick.
So Perry kept saying, you got to watch this, you got to watch this. And I was like, in my opinion, I think that they're putting together content to pick up for a reality show. Maybe, who knows? But it still shouldn't be at the cost of my child.
Right,
And I don't
exactly.
care how old he is. Parenting never stops. It
Mhm.
Oh
never
no,
stops.
my oldest brother is 62 years old. My mother is like,
Mhm.
Jeffrey, I gotta call Jeffrey and see my brother. He had COVID. I
Uh-huh.
gotta call Jeffrey and see, does he need me to bring him anything? He lives like around the corner. His wife is like a nurse. Like, she's not a nurse, but like, he hates to say anything. He was in the hospital one
Mhm.
time, and he hated to say, like, I need a tissue. She'd be like, nurse, he needs a tissue. She's so protective. So then with her and my mother, I'm like, Ma, he doesn't need a thing. But my mother's still at 62. That's her baby.
Never stops.
And
I
my
want
other
to
brother,
also
54.
uh I wanted to thank you guys, everybody, all our supporters and everything, because one day I was just doing a show. This probably was Friday, and I brought someone up on my panel, and the chat went berserk. Get this person off the channel. Get this person off the channel. They were just talking about you. They were on King Paint's channel. And it was like one of those moments where that guy came on. I don't know
Uh-huh.
if you were
Oh,
there
yeah.
that day. Some guy came on and the chat went crazy.
Crazy.
And
Mhm.
people don't go act like that unless you've done something. So they were like, this person was talking about you, was talking about you. So I didn't say anything because right then I just I just said, okay, thank you. Then after I got off, they start sending me all the stuff this person was saying. You guys go hard. So thank you. So when
Yep.
she came on King's panel last night talking crazy, I wasn't shocked because I already knew she was a nut job. She's the complete
I'm trying
two-faced
to
nut job.
remember who it
Hold
was.
on.
I
I'm bringing
remember who it
somebody up. We
was.
got somebody backstage. Let's see. Hey, Kent.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we sure can.
Okay, I won't be on here long, but thank both of you guys for letting me on. I just want to say what the what the other lady is saying.
Uh-huh.
I think she brings up all the time about a mother sucking their son peen when he when he was a baby, like Guma. I'm thinking it's projection. What if she did that to her kids?
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
snap.
Could be. It
And
could
what
be.
if her mom or dad did that to her? Because she keep going on about you screwed your uncle. You screw. She accuses everybody of sleeping with family. That happened to her.
Damn.
Wow.
Oh,
Then she needs to get help, don't you think? She needs to get help.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm a hush. I'm gonna get off. But let me say this quick. That call with the son and the father.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. That boy did not call his dad to say, "Oh, my accomplishments." He was getting advice for something else, probably how to get away from her crazy ass. She jumped in. She turned the whole conversation kind of like she did when she got the million beers. She accused Goomba of he wasn't happy about my accomplishments. So she did the same thing with Sam Senior. He wants to tell you about his accomplishments. That's not why that boy called. She flipped the whole conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
and
you're
the
did.
right. You're
twenty
right. You're
thousand
right.
dollar car. Don't forget that she bought him a
Yep.
$22,000 car.
Yeah.
Okay, and let me say this. I keep saying I'm gonna get off. She didn't buy that boy car. When they
Oh, I
faked the
know.
burnt up car, she probably put the car in Sam Jr.'s name, that new car. Now she's trying to say, well, it's his. She used her
Ooh,
son's
yep.
name.
Yep.
That's
Mm,
Yep.
true.
Yep.
mm.
I bet you just figured that out. Exactly.
Damn.
Yeah.
Case
Yep.
solved.
How low can she go?
Because another
Okay.
thing that was funny is that on before she played the phone call, she was like, "And I'm gonna get him a car." And then she said on the call with the father, which obviously happened before she was on King Payne's show, "Tell your dad about the 22 or $20,000 car I got you." I
Oh, she
mean,
did
she's
say that.
such
She said
a
that. Yeah.
yeah, but when she was talking to him, she was like, "And I'm gonna get him a car. I got them art studio. I got them on these campuses, and I'm gonna get Sam Jr. a car." That's what she said. She can't even
Right.
keep up with her lies. But on the phone call with the father, which happened before his show, she had gotten him a $22,000 car. Like, come on. And then she gave his father $4.5 million. When?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
Exactly.
know now.
In her
Shit.
dreams. And
That's where,
it's just getting worse and worse. I
mm-hmm.
mean, the kid is where
Putting
I
the
draw the
kid in
line.
it. And then so I'm guessing she expects the kid to lie to his dad about a car.
She expects everyone to lie for her.
Right.
That's what her life is about. Like Jag is a basket case, and I can't imagine living that life.
And she
Nowhere to
said,
go,
mm-hmm.
hotel to hotel,
Mm-hmm.
car, hotel. That's a hard life.
Mm-hmm.
Not making money the legal way. You got to con people for money. The
Mm-hmm.
people you have around you, these cult members, like what the hell? And
Yeah.
Oh,
all these rituals.
and
Like,
I researched, look, after that's probably why I had a migraine and got sick yesterday. I stayed up after that live Friday night
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
and ended up watching all these videos about Carbon Nation.
Give it
Oh
to
Jag
me.
wow.
is
How crazy are they?
That shit.
oh my God. That leader was on, what is it? Bigo? Bigo? I've never watched it or something. It's another kind of like a YouTube. I don't know. I think it's like a YouTube, but like
Right, right.
TikTok live.
Yeah.
He's talking to people, and one of his girls, he's talking to this girl, like we're talking. She has like just her initial avatar,
Mm-hmm.
and she's asking him all these questions, trying to get in his head. He's sick. He's like, "I'm a killer. If I wasn't around these women, I'd kill someone." He's really mentally ill, and he said
Wow.
he was in a mental institution. He was an orphan, but he's very,
Oh
he reminds me
wow.
of Jag with his aggression.
Damn.
So, but he says if he didn't have these women around, he'd kill people
Oh
or
my
take
God.
people. And
What?
but while he's talking, like people would get on and say, "Why are you like this?" He'd be like,
Mhm.
"Shut the f up," and disconnect them. Or
Mm-mm-mm.
if they didn't say something, he just disconnect them. Then while he's talking to someone, he has one of his main girls give him fellatio,
Oh my God.
Oh
Oh my
wow.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
See.
I
and
Yeah.
he just lays his head back on the couch, and his eyes are rolling back in the head, and they're like, I'll let you go." He's like, "No, keep talking to me. It'll make me."
oh my
Yeah.
God.
Damn. I mean, that's why she want to be part
A-
of that group because she about as
And
sick
Whoa.
as they is.
and then like he's they show videos of him where he's just these women making him oil his feet, and
Oh my
uh
God.
he if he gets mad at them, they got to lay on their face on the floor and repeat after him, "I'm sorry, black man. You are God, black man."
Mm-hmm.
One of the videos, that girl Velvet that keeps going around, like she's holding their brand new baby, and he smacks her, and then you hear her, she goes out of the room, and you could hear the baby crying, and he's knocking her around. But
Damn.
this is the
Whoa.
worst video. How we were talking, this is what made me think about it. How we're talking about Jag, talking about your mother did this and that to you as a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So this one video, and I didn't know how to send it to you, Perry, but he's like, "I don't like other people's kids around me because I like to walk around naked. This is how I was born. I'm free." Da 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 da. He's like, "And my kid, I don't like him to have clothes on because I want him to know this is natural. This is what you do." He'll walk up to me and grab my peen,
What?
and and I'll let him play with it. He was like,
Damn.
he'll think it's funny. And if he grabs his and he grabs mine, he's like, I make love to my woman if my kid is sitting there. And afterwards,
Mm-mm-mm.
I'll lay black back, and if he grabs it, he grabs it.
I
Damn.
don't know what to say. You just-
You should have seen me. And then the comments under that video were like, "This man's is sick." I was just like, I couldn't believe it was like a 4 or 5 minute video,
Mm-hmm.
and for him to say that about why he didn't wear clothes, why he didn't want, I'm like, I'm glad he doesn't want other people's kids around. But for him to say he lets his son, if he's laying there and his son touches it and he plays with it, he's okay with that.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
That's a
here's
little
the
bit.
thing,
That's
Jennifer.
crazy.
You know how I used to talk to Jag on the phone and stuff like that. And then there came a point where I was like, wait a minute, something's not right
Mm-hmm.
with you. I think it's an instinct in everybody. That's why I don't think I could ever be in what they call it, a cult. Because sooner or later, I'm like, he's crazy. What is he talking about? Put
Well,
your
she
damn clothes on.
she said that the people that she's with are refugees of the cult, and
Right.
that's
Right.
why it's
Right.
Carbon Island. But the thing is also, so then I'm like, oh my god, these people are crazy. He's gotten kicked out of a bunch of countries,
Oh,
and that's how
wow.
we ended back up in the United States. Like
Oh,
the
wow.
countries like um uh Cambodia, I think Brazil, Mexico. They've been everywhere and
Damn.
got kicked out. Like the government, attention was drawn to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then people gave them, like, in order to come, you had to turn over your debit card, whatever was in your bank account. It
Oh,
was
wow.
a real Warren Jeffries thing, but with sex. I mean, not Warren Jeffries. What's his
Warren,
name?
where was it? Warren
Yes.
Jess?
No,
Yes.
not Warren
Oh,
Jeffries. The other guy that drank the Kool-Aid. I can't even think of
Oh,
his
Jim
name.
Jim
Jones.
Jones.
Jim Jones. I mean, turn over everything. Your
Mm-mm-mm.
ID, everything. Your
Wow.
money. And
Do you
he's like,
think you have to be a certain kind of uh person, like I'm not, and I mean this in a respectful way, like a weak person to get caught up in
well,
cults?
that's the thing, is some of these people felt they didn't have family. So they were
Oh,
looking for family
Mm.
and belonging, but a lot of people left just because they couldn't, you know, he said he was God and
wow.
different things, but the way he would belittle him, like he would, let's say we were there, Sherelle, he would tell me to smack you. And then if I didn't smack
Wow.
you, he'd smack me,
Well,
you know,
This is
and
such a crazy.
I couldn't be in that coat too long.
Could this
no.
story get any worse? First, we have Jag running around batshit crazy. Then she
Right.
gets with the two corrupt bloggers, and now she's hooked up with Carmen Island, whatever.
Yeah. Right.
It's just, I,
You
Oh,
know.
and he was, it sounds like he's really the main, well, no, they all are having, it's also where people go to find themselves, if you get what I'm saying,
Okay.
figure out their sexuality,
Wow.
because he's bi,
oh
and he was
wow.
going off in the video because he married Velvet, and he was saying how he cured her of herpes, but now that she's back in the States, she was probably going to get it again.
Wait.
And people, it doesn't, right, you can't cure it. He said he cured her with herbs, and people were
Okay,
like,
no,
if
stop,
you
stop,
think
stop,
you
stop. This is overwhelming.
it, well, yeah,
So
it was over.
somebody in
That's
the
why I
group
said
had.
I probably, that's probably why I had a migraine and was sick
This is
yesterday.
great. So somebody in the group actually had herpes, and they're all sleeping around freely.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
can't. I can't. I
But he
can't.
said he cured her, and people were like, you're saying you cured her. It's not curable, and you
Not
slept with
curable.
her, so you have it. And everybody has it because everybody's sleeping together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
I couldn't make up a worse story than this. This
No,
is
you can't.
layers and layers of batshit craziness.
And I'm like, and Jag wants to be associated with it.
I
Just,
know.
I was still
Well,
trying to figure it out because Jag is not a submissive person.
Hmm.
But these other women,
Yeah,
and
but
even
isn't he in
the
jail
men,
now? He's in
he's in
jail.
jail.
So maybe Jag's trying to get in where she can fit in.
right. Maybe
Well,
she's
like
gonna be in
Casey, the
charge.
only thing I could see from the way he was, because he's verbally abusive, would be her taking his place because she's not submissive in any way, and everyone in there was submissive, even the men. To him,
Even the men?
yes. The men gave him all his money too, and they would have to do what he said too.
The
Mm-mm.
men had to obey the orders and
Yes.
gave this grown ass man their hard earned money.
Like this lady said,
Ain't no
like
way.
in the early 2000s, because they talked to ex-members,
Hmm.
that what made her join was that there was a group, they were starting their own community where you're vegan, you explore nature, something, of that nature. It
Mm-hmm.
sounded, she said it sounded nice. But then she was there for 9 months and was like, this is a cult. And she left.
That's what I
But
was saying. At some point, when you're everybody have this experience probably. When you're talking to someone and
Mm-hmm.
then they're not mentally stable, there becomes a time when it dawns on you like, what? But what do they talk themselves into staying? I'm confused because
well,
you're
he's
not
taking
touching me
their
and you got herpes.
passports. He's
Say it
taking
again.
your ID and your passports, but
Oh, so you're
I did
stuck.
notice. Yeah, I did notice. Well, and he's taking your money too. But
Right.
I did notice in a video where some people wanted to leave, and he said, "Well, I'm not going to make you stay." But one of the things that they arrested him for was R-ing someone and kidnapping, and also transmission, like what is it? Uh, revenge. Reposting
Oh,
set.
got you. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
revenge.
got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and transmission of it too.
Do you know how long he's in there for? Because I'm gonna need him to stay there for a long time.
Yeah.
No, that's what I said too. He's evil. And then look, I went down the rabbit hole. I can't lie. I went down the rabbit hole because then you're also like, is he this crazy for real? He's for real that crazy.
Yeah. Somebody said they wouldn't give him a bond. So whatever it is,
Yeah, they won't give him a
the stuff
bond,
he
and
in there for is
he
real
was
serious.
he was supposed to go to court, but remember when that tornado or hurricane hit Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
or something. I just saw this video. He called someone, and the person uh live streamed it, and he was talking about court, and he's like, I got some Muslim brothers in here, because now he's Muslim. But people were still, he changed his name from Nature Boy to Three God. And there are still people saying, I love you, Three God. You're the only God I believe in.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So there are people still waiting for him, but he does not have a bond.
Ooh.
This is just
Yeah, that it's out there for
crazy.
me.
It's
And
too much.
he's in Georgia.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Mm-mm-mm.
But no,
So
Sherelle, I mean that one video. I mean, because I ain't never seen that one video that you sent me about Jag. That I mean, at her mother's house is
You never seen that?
they
I
said
didn't
no,
that's her
either.
mother-in-law,
huh?
that's Sam Senior's mother's house.
Oh, okay. Okay, but
Oh, that's
still.
Sam Seniors. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
then okay, wow, man,
Play it
that.
again, Perry. Play it again
Hold on, let me
for the
see.
people that came late.
Yeah.
Because it's just the same thing's going on now.
Right here. I'm right here speaking with.
Call the police. Honey, do you got 911 on the phone?
Everything is perfectly fine.
No, it isn't, because I have all the conversations recorded. I have every last conversation recorded.
Good.
I'm perfectly
Every last
fine.
conversation recorded.
Let me get over here.
I'm perfectly
Then you
fine.
can come outside and speak to your mother.
You're already outside.
I'm already.
So then why can't you walk over here and meet
No.
your stepfather?
No.
Why can't he meet his stepfather? Why can't
Jackie,
he meet his stepfather?
Jackie.
Why can't he meet his stepfather,
Hold
Tina?
on, 911.
Why can't he meet his stepfather?
I could definitely talk with him.
Well, then go and meet your stepfather.
No, you stay here.
No, he doesn't stay anywhere.
Yes, he does.
He's 18 years old. You don't tell him what to do. Go meet your stepfather.
I'm closing my door, Jackie.
You better take your hands off of me,
Hello,
Tina.
I'd like to call the
You
police,
better not
please.
put your hands on me. This
Hello?
woman just put her hands on me.
I did
Please,
not.
911, come here. She's crazy. She's a
1300
schizophrenic. She won't let my son out the house.
Burnett
She
Street.
just
I can't.
Wow. Okay.
It's just every time. That's exactly what's still going on.
And projecting. She said that woman's a schizophrenic now.
Right. Yeah.
That Sam's Senior's mom is schizophrenic.
Yeah,
That was
but
at the end of that thing. She was like calling her name. She's
she
crazy
said,
and
come
stuff
here
like that.
quick. She's schizophrenic.
Mm-hmm.
She says all kinds of shit.
For
She
real.
throws in lies too. Don't forget. I mean,
Well,
just
that's what
the
I'm saying. Now she's calling her schizophrenic. Everyone's got
Mm-hmm.
some illness.
and I don't know if you notice in that video, he whispers, "Well, I guess I can talk to him." See, he was torn. He was
Right.
Yeah.
torn between his mom and his dad's side of the family.
But I
And
think his grandma was probably worried because of Jag's mental state. She's wondering who married her.
Uh-huh.
I'm serious. That's probably what she was thinking.
Mhm. It's just the same thing that's going on. Nothing's changed. They've got that poor kid in the middle of, and I could see why the father doesn't want him around his. Well, he let him go, but you have to remind the son that your mom's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
Like she doesn't think like everyone else. That's
No, I
just too
agree.
much.
That is crazy.
So where do we go from here, Perry? What are you going to do? Because you were avid on following this story for whatever your reasons were, and I'm
Right.
starting to get into it because at first I want to know parts of this mess, but when I see things like what happened last night, I wouldn't be a human being if I didn't say that shit was wrong.
Right. Now that was foul last night. For real. And these people support it.
Well, I'm
And,
glad.
and
I'm glad her ex-husband was on the phone because obviously he seems to have sense.
He did.
The thing is that can he catch up with her if he feels the need to get his son?
mhm.
I mean, true enough, her son is 21, but her son didn't sound comfortable at all. Even calling his dad before she interjected, I'm sure
Right.
she put him up to that.
I mean, I don't want him to be mean, and I don't know what I would do in that situation, but he always has a trump card over Jag is because he says she has outstanding debts for child support, and they
Right.
will take you to jail for that.
And then he did say this. That's what I'm saying. He give Jag a lot of respect. He try not to down her in front of the son. He said that the only reason he didn't do it because he didn't want Sam to be without his mother. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I would do
But
it. I
I
would
mean,
do
yeah.
it because Jag is out of hand. She's not on her meds. I don't
Mhm.
think this is what Goomba said, but she's just the lifestyle, all the
Mhm.
drugs, all the crazy people.
No, it's
I
crazy.
don't know. Something's definitely wrong. Definitely
Yep.
wrong.
You're right, Eugene. Something crazy. It's wild.
But so
Mary
what
Jane doesn't just plain Mary Jane doesn't make you like that.
right. Exact. Oh, not at all. Not at all.
She,
Something well, I seen her do coke and that's not allegedly. I seen it with my own eyes. You notice Jag never denied it.
Right.
that's true.
When I said you did coke and everything I say to Jag, she never denies it.
Well, even
Period.
if you didn't say it, that's the vibe she's giving.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I had seen it. So the girl is headed nowhere fast. But I'm thinking maybe Perry is that you could keep doing videos like these
Uh-huh.
because we learned in court they come in handy.
Yeah.
You can't change what happened. So you keep documenting this, and then one day, one of these tapes that you're making today is going to resurface in a courtroom. And I learned from going to court 3 times, videos are much more powerful
Than
than
word of mouth.
letters,
Mm-hmm.
than
Just word of mouth.
yeah, when it's on tape, it's better than an actual person testifying because no one can say that did not happen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just ask Cardi.
Because when I brought my tapes in to court, compared with the false police reports that was written about me, he looked so dumb. It was a done deal.
Yep.
Hi, Pia.
Hey, how are y'all doing
Hey,
today?
Good,
Here
girl.
we
good.
talk about the craziness again.
Oh God, yeah. Mm.
Did you
Pe-
see it last night?
Not only did I saw it last night, but Perry, you owe me $11 for my Starbucks that I dropped on the ground for making me laugh so hard.
What did he do?
He he was talking about Legina's drawing, well, the cartel drawing,
Yeah.
and as soon as he said something out of Charlie Brown, I screamed and laughed and I dropped my drink.
But it's more serious than that. I was talking about last night. Jaguar brought
Yes.
her kid into the situation.
And and that's a shame. And if he already has, issues himself, why are you doing this? Why?
I
Like
don't.
at this point in time, the authorities really need to get involved because it's not funny.
Yeah.
And any content creator that is going around, benefiting off of this, hyping her up, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, something needs to happen to them too. Either have
Yeah.
their channels taken away
Mhm.
or something because this is crazy. It is out of control. And I don't even think she's taking her psych meds. I think it's just straight up drugs at this point.
Yeah, for sure. I seen her
Well,
doing
Ain't Trumpy.
even
Yeah.
if she was, the coke is counteracting everything. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? She might as well not, because the coke's going to destroy everything anyway. It's not going to do any good, and who knows what that mixture would do.
Right. And I saw the video of her, cussing her mom out, cussing that one woman out with Legina just standing there looking stuck.
Uh-huh.
And I'm
And
just
when
like, what's happening? What is going on here? Why is this being celebrated?
yeah,
It's ridiculous.
yeah.
The whole thing is just crazy.
No,
Terry, what you can
it really
do,
is. Huh?
what you can do is keep an ongoing record and use these videos if you ever need them.
Mm-hmm.
Because once something's in video, like right now,
Right.
this date, we're saying she brought her kid on. That can't be denied. What happened? Everyone's vouching that this did take place. So she can't go back and change that story. You
No,
The
you're
did.
right.
video with the pow pows and the
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
the
All
blade
that
and the
stuff. Right.
knuckles.
Now you're right.
That's right.
You're right. You're right.
And she has one where she's threatening that lady Shayna licking the blade
Who is this lady and why has she gotten under Jag's skin so bad? Who is she?
because she's called the police and had to do a well-being check, and I guess the Well, not only because she called the police, but the police went to Jag's brother's house.
What is her
She
name?
sort of
How do I find her?
I don't know. I don't know.
she,
All I
she
know
came
is
on the show one time.
She did?
her
Mhm.
little avatar is like a red beaded
Yeah.
bracelet.
Remember the day when Jag came up and everybody just started talking and then I couldn't calm everybody down? She was up there then.
Yeah.
And the thing she was saying is that she know a lot about Jaguar's personal life in Dallas.
Oh, and that was another thing. Jag's like, I know she's from a neighborhood in Chicago and nobody's heard of her. Jag, really? Just because she's from a neighborhood in Chicago, does she know how big these neighborhoods are?
Yeah, Jag is so
So
out
she
there.
has a YouTube channel?
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
know.
I don't think she
Jag
have a
keeps,
channel. She
uh,
just go around to different people panels
but
talking about it.
Jag keeps saying that she's working for King World. Why does she think that?
Well, the same reason she think Rock Nation is out there.
Well, yeah, and he's working for Rock Nation and
Yeah.
following her around the country.
And then let me say this too to clear the record for something, because like these other content creators want to, when we make videos about Jag,
Mhm.
want people to think that we making them because we're not getting exclusives. But
What?
let me clear this up. I mean, that's the narrative. These content creators mad because they want Jag on the panel. I ain't never
No
request
one
Jag to come on
listen,
my
we
panel.
kicked Jag off
I
our
won't
panel.
let her on my shit.
Like, please,
Period.
we knew Jag before they knew Jag, so shut up. That's not gonna work.
Jag acted like a right fool. Jag kicked herself off of y'all's platform when she came up there and was disrespecting Nosy for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you were trying to calm her down, you were trying to give her grace.
Mhm.
You were.
That's
And
like Nosy had a long friendship with Jag before
right,
any of this came up. So how are we clout chasing? We knew Jag before you knew Jag, and we knew
right,
she had a mental problem that you still won't admit to.
right. So I
And you
mean,
could have played along with it.
I could have.
right,
Jag begged me to be on her panel. And you seen the time she called in the show. She was like, I asked you to do it, Sherelle, and you won't do it. No, I don't want to be around that.
right. And you have a right to not no, you have a right to not be around that because it's insane clout chasing behavior on her part.
Mhm.
Okay. She is the one, first of all, again, I'm 40 years old. I've never heard of her.
Mhm.
That's one thing. No shade. I'm just keeping it real. So if you are a artist that never made it and you're coming up all trying to come up off of bloggers, you're doing all this crazy mess.
Mhm.
Yeah, people have a right to say, I don't want to do it. I'm not interested. Like
Mhm.
Storm Monroe, he refuse to give her any attention.
Yeah,
You have a right to do that. And if you have an issue with, and I'm sorry, Jag, but if you have a problem with that, get over it. No one is here for the mess. Sorry. End of story.
Yeah.
If I decided any day, I guarantee you, if I decided, well, okay, I want to work with Jag now, she would get rid of them two idiots and start working with me. Not because she likes me that much, just because of my overseas, because she was very impressed about this. Have a very large, diverse audience.
Yeah,
Not
you
just
do.
black people of a certain, have blacks, white,
Right.
and they come
Right.
from different countries, England, Switzerland,
Mhm.
Africa. You guys see on the show, they
Right.
come
Yeah.
in calling from all over. I think my mods are from England. One of my mods are from England. So she was well aware of that. And that's why she wanted me to be on her panel. Not because she liked me or we got along so great. She was thinking numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I do
Exactly.
want to say Perry did try and give her, was that Perry or you, Sherelle? Well, one of you tried to give her a chance that last time and she showed her entire
I
ass.
tried to.
Oh,
She
yeah,
showed
that was
her
Perry.
entire ass and you guys just had to cut her off.
Yep.
And that's when Perry said $50 if she wants to come up.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then she kept coming in the chat. She's probably in the chat today. She's always in
Yeah,
Perry's
probably.
chat.
She was
I mean,
going to church today.
Shit.
yeah, she
It's
needs
not
church.
going to help her.
Going downstairs in a basement with an upside down cross is not church.
Thea, you're a mess.
I'm
No,
just
it's
look.
not going to be one of those carbon nation people church, is it?
I don't know. It looked
Oh
like
shit,
she
I
had
don't know.
on, the like it almost looks like a African. It's all purple, but
Oh
like a
God.
dress. I don't know. It was pretty,
She probably
but
didn't take no bath before she put it on.
So basically, it's a church straight out of a horror film, is what you're saying.
it looked like she was going to an African church. Like she could have put on the head wrap, the matching head wrap that goes with it. That's what it looked like. Because it had like white. I can't even explain it. It wasn't like, so I was like, I don't know. And then like on the thing it said God is love
Okay.
Also,
under her
Carrie,
video.
what you can do
Yeah,
is,
yeah, it's a church out of one of them D-list horror films.
you
She
know what
so
else
Well,
you can
I
do,
told
Carrie?
What's that, Terrell? What's
Is
that?
that you could what do you call that? You can make you could save these videos, right? Yourself. Just save them, make it a matter of record. And whenever you had to use them for anything, you can use them for a lot of stuff, not just court, not just the police. You can actually use them for YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And whenever you felt like it, you could turn it over to the
I see.
proper authorities.
Right,
They
right.
come in handy for a lot of stuff, not just for numbers and clicks and views. They become a matter of record. And some of the things, there are so many bylaws being broken here, it's not even funny. I don't even think they realize they're breaking the bylaws. Like somebody are not reading your YouTube manuals of what you can and what you can't do. Like you cannot show any weapons on YouTube.
Or
That
threaten
is a
people.
matter of getting your channel down within seconds.
Or threaten people.
You can't threaten people. You can't cyberbully. You can't do any of that. And so they're operating from a place of ignorance. You don't even know what you can and can't do. So you just these videos are very, very important. Court, cops, YouTube, all kinds of stuff.
And she's gonna probably remove some of them.
She should.
Oh
Because
yeah.
it makes no sense. All of them, all of
She
those
should have
channels
thought about them, and
need
then
to
for her to
go
say
and
she doesn't.
reevaluate what they're doing. You're breaking YouTube bylaws
Well,
all of the time. Go
I
look at
bet
the 3 strikes you're out rule.
the reason they took down her lives, for if they really did, for IG and TikTok is because she's unpredictable.
Well, if she was doing some of the same things over there that she's doing here, it's so many. I don't want to go down the list because you might need to use it one day, but they're breaking so many rules. So for YouTube, when you get a YouTube manager, if someone does a video that breaks one of these rules, you just take them to your manager. And so I don't even think they're aware of, like, King Payne doesn't have one, so he doesn't even know. But Sean, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing?
I don't know. You would think that he would want to protect it, what he got.
You would think.
Now,
it makes no sense. Hair flip.
And
that
then
makes
King
no
Payne,
sense.
King Payne ain't got really too much to lose. Because at the end of the
King
day,
Payne doesn't have anything to lose. Because when this Jack stuff is over, he doesn't really have a channel. He's not talented enough, no offense, on his own, just to hold. He has to have people's name in the title for people to look at his stuff.
At the end of the day,
they're for the drama, not there for your talent.
At the end of the day, King Payne just want to be me.
I can't, Carrie. I can't.
Thus the haters leave your shoulder, Carrie.
That lady that came up on your panel that knew everything about Jag. And she was telling you about how the Jamaicans were looking for her.
Right.
Yeah, she lives in the area that Jaguar lives in. So
is that Shayna girl?
Yeah.
Oh, Sim, do you know how to get in touch with her?
Shannon Lewis or something like that.
Shannon Lewis. Yeah, I remember the name. It was. I don't know. I'll look and see if she's on Facebook, but she knows everything about Jag, and that's true. So hopefully one day she go back and look at these
It's not only are they breaking YouTube laws, Jag is actually doing things that can get her locked up.
Like real laws.
Like what are you doing? They're just so thirsty for clicks and views and money. They're not even paying attention of what you're doing to get yourself in trouble.
Hey,
And I
sis,
hate she's got her son into it. That's sad. I mean,
that's
just
the
to see
worst.
that was just heartbreaking, you know?
But unfortunately, I'm sorry to cut you off. The real reason why a lot of these channels that she's going on are not being demonetized or aren't being taken down is because on a sick level, she knows that these are smaller content creators and that they're not being pushed through the algorithm. If they were being pushed through and if they were big time content creators, then their stuff would be flagged and it would be taken down. But on the other edge of the sword, Jag doesn't have a lick of sense because just because you delete something offline,
Don't say
Oh,
it, but it's
you got a
true.
record.
yeah,
It's
Right,
so
right.
true. That's why I don't understand Sean Davy Way. Like, what are you doing? I don't do that because it has to be real important for me to mess with someone's livelihood. And a good argument is not one of them.
I
But
mean, they tell kids. I mean, these younger kids these days get caught up because they send their little boyfriends and girlfriends nude videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like those will be on the internet forever. So will these videos, Jag. It's the same thing. Someone is gonna screenshot them, is gonna do this or do that. Like, you're not being smart about it. You want to go off on your son's father, dog him out, fine. Don't record it. You want to threaten someone, don't record it. Like, come on. I mean, not that she should do it regardless, but I'm just saying, like, you got to be smarter than that.
I mean, it's true. I just shared my experience with you guys. I went in a room full of prominent people. The whole room was damn rich. And they say, "Hey, this is Sherelle." And he said, "Oh, I remember you from that video. Show your face." And if I could have melted into the floor, I would have.
And
Hi,
yeah.
Rashonda.
even if she gets her act together and cleans herself up and decides to try and do something with her music, if people go back and look at, oh no, I'm not working with her. You see that? What if she flips out again? Nope.
Right,
And then people
right.
know. I mean, this isn't going to do anything for her future.
Yeah, I don't think so neither. It's not helping.
Hey Perry, hey Sherelle,
Hey,
hey.
hey, welcome to the chat. How you
Hey.
doing?
Hey,
I,
Hey,
I I just wanted to say this, and I'm not gonna take long, but I wanted to say this now. I've been following Jazz's career ever since she was in the '90s, and I know why. I'm gonna tell y'all why she's doing all this crazy stuff. She's mad because her career hadn't took off the way that others have. You see what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that she's been going off on Jill Scott and Mary. My thing is, you don't throw nobody under the bus just because your career don't take off. And then not only that, I was in some of the chats. That's what I wanted to tell y'all. She was going off on so many content creators and talk about we ain't nothing and forget y'all and Legina was on Sean's panel and she in the chat and she wanted to come up and say something. And it was like he said, "No, I'm not going to let you back in." He said he's not going to be a part of it anymore because he see that she's trying to use him as a pawn and stuff like that. And
really?
he says no disrespect, but you're not going to be coming up here using me further than what you already trying to do. Now, what I'm seeing, Jag is trying to use Legina as a pawn for whatever sick, twisted ideas and stuff that she has.
Right.
But here's the thing. I don't even know Sean Davy Way, but you did see the video where he was crying and said he didn't want to be a part of it, right?
Right,
But then he
right.
goes on perpetuating these stories. You know this girl's lying. You know that's not Aaliyah's daughter. You know it.
And I wanted to share this with y'all. She came across my TikTok page, and I actually saw the live. That's what people don't know. And I was like, she was very crying. She was crying to make people believe her. And I said, this girl is lying. I said, she said, y'all don't believe me. I can't believe y'all don't believe that they my mama and daddy. I said, Okay. And right after that, her TikTok page got deleted. So what I'm saying,
What?
yeah. So I was like, okay, I understand what's going on now. So it's a lot of people behind the scenes playing like they so for this girl and so forth. Cause before this, didn't nobody know her.
Hmm.
I didn't even know. So my thing is, Jag is inserting herself in something that she don't have to actually insert herself in to make herself relevant again. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
but
she
you know what, Rashonda, is if I want to be a successful singer and I'm hanging around people like Mary J. Blige and Jill Scott, that means I'm doing something wrong. So I better take a look at myself and practice.
You know what? If I could interject when Rashonda mentioned about um Mary J. Blige, her when um I don't know who mentioned what panel her cousin was on. So I decided to go back and watch that. And so her cousin said the reason that Jag hates Jay-Z and Mary so much is because I guess that they had done a song and originally like Jag did it live. But when it came to, putting it down for real, like for the recording, he replaced Jag with Mary J. Blige and it
Wow.
blew up.
Mm.
Wow.
yeah, and
And from there, because I don't even know if I just remember Jag with the full with the roots. My friend had to remind me Jag had a Coke commercial and I couldn't remember one song that Jag had solo. And my
I,
friend's like, girl, you
I
know
will
that
tell
one
you what it
song?
is. It's
And I
called
was,
What If. It's What If. She was pregnant. She pregnant with braids.
oh, yeah, my friend showed it to me, but I still don't remember the name. And I was like, did she make a whole record or a solo?
Yeah. Yeah, she has a
Just
whole album.
she did a whole record.
Yes. That song was big in the 90s. So,
I mean,
um,
I was, I mean, I love Neo. And then she said Neo Soul is like a fake. It never was. I mean, I love Neo Soul. I was so happy when it came out. I was all into it. And that's
right.
why I remember the name, but I couldn't remember her whole
Hmm.
album. And I couldn't remember what song was hers. Like you asked me about anyone else, and I'll be like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
India Ari. Oh yeah, Erica.
No,
Oh,
I'm with you that Jennifer.
Jill.
Hey, but the hell with Jag songs because they was whack as hell. Anyway,
But
I
I'm
wanted
saying
to hear
that's
what
I found out why she's mad at Jay
Honda
Z and Mary.
wanted to say because she's getting a turban. So I want to see what she had to say. But go ahead and tell us.
No, I was saying that's where the anger for Jay Z
Oh,
and Mary
okay.
came
I
from.
got you. But Miss Campbell, go ahead. I wanted to hear what you had to say because you get the little chirp when somebody else
Okay.
talks. No, but you go ahead. I want to hear what you had to say though.
What,
No, yeah, go ahead.
what I wanted to say before I get off,
Mhm.
don't you know her TikTok page, Jag page actually got, they blocked her from Instagram and TikTok. That's why she's on YouTube. Okay.
Why? Do you know why?
Yeah, so she could act for food because she know people gonna look and entertain what she's doing. That's part of the reason why she's on here. But she's also disrespecting the content creators and disrespecting the people in the chat.
Uh-huh.
So she's announcing when she gets in these chats. So I'ma just tell y'all, please don't interact with this woman when if you get in these chats because she's saying some crazy stuff and
Oh
just
yeah.
to with folks to make yourself interacting with her so she can have she could say y'all doing this and that. So just be mindful of that when y'all go on these panels because I seen her in some of the channels and stuff that she said. She ended up going off on the content creators, and I'm like,
But
what you going
I
off
don't
on?
really go on anybody's panel, and we don't let her up here no more because she did act a fool. But I wanted to ask you, do you know why her TikTok and IG got taken down?
because of the rhetorics that she was, because of the police
Oh.
thing and stuff like that. And I'm gonna tell you something, just like Legina got hers off, they don't play that. It's certain they have TikTok have blocked me with some of the stuff, even though I sing my own stuff, and do my own thing. They
Uh-huh.
they will quick to if you say
But
anything you ain't got no business, they will block you or they will take you off of there. They not playing on these
so
platforms.
YouTube's the same way, and that's why.
Yeah.
But why I'm wondering how you still have a YouTube channel doing this crazy stuff. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Right. Somebody go if I think if everybody come together and report her, start reporting her page and stuff like that, and eventually it'll get taken down. But
Mm.
entertaining it is gonna make her keep it up. You see what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm,
Right.
I
mm-hmm,
had my YouTube page for a long time, and I never got flagged. I never got blocked, none of that, because I know the rules of YouTube. You see
mm-hmm,
what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
mm-hmm.
So, if everybody stop, watching her, and pretty much the algorithm will take her down. You see what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. So
But you
I
know
hope.
what though? You could say that, Rashonda, till you're blue in the face. People are going to watch, even though they know she's a liar and everything. It's just something about it. It's like
Yeah.
watching a car crash. Like you can't stop
Basically.
looking at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
That's where it's
yeah.
at.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, even with some of the stuff that if I stop watching for a long time,
Mm-hmm,
they'll take it off of there. So I know this for a fact. You see what
mm,
I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
because it ain't in the other rhythm no more. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm saying, either I know people going to do what they want to do and all of that stuff, but at the same time, you don't give a person ammo so they can shoot you with it. Think about what I'm saying.
No, I hear you.
You
right, right,
you
yeah.
you don't give people ammo to because what's gonna happen? Not only is it's gonna be she gonna come at some of us next, the people in the chat. And
Mm-hmm,
I know y'all hold y'all own Perry and Sherelle. I know y'all ain't gonna let her do anything, but I don't want nobody, her coming at y'all trying to harm y'all, saying y'all did malicious stuff when y'all didn't do anything. That's
mm-hmm,
what I'm saying. So we have to be careful not to interact with this person who we know going to get us, messed up, and or we could get put in jail. You see what I'm saying? Even though she's saying this crazy stuff.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You have to
Yeah,
be
they
careful
go
with
after
stuff.
people. They go after you and
Exactly.
tell
So
lies on you, try to get your channel struck and all that stuff. They do,
Mm-hmm.
and they
But
come hard.
isn't it like you guys are pretty much reporting the news in the YouTube streets though? I mean, do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah, but
not
it's
like,
certain things that they can't. Okay, there's certain things you just can't do. I'll give you one example. You cannot, and it's is in the bylaws. Uh, Report on another content creator more than 3 times. Use their name in the title. But I don't think people know that. They
oh,
keep doing
okay.
it. So right there, you're putting yourself in danger. That's what they're making so many mistakes. It's just not even funny.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a lot that they're. I don't know, but they will come after. They don't mess with Perry. So Perry can do whatever he wants, say what he talk about your mama, and Perry do everything. They act like Perry doesn't exist, and they always come for me.
Right.
Why is that, Perry?
I don't
When
have
I
enough numbers. I don't have enough numbers. So they want to go after you so you can respond to them and advertise for them.
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was saying,
Right. Right.
Perry. And the thing a bit about it is, even when you get on these YouTube streets, you have to know how to move. It's just like when you out here in the real world, you have to know how to move, and how to do things. Because if you don't, you won't have a channel. And then saying, they don't want you to even get another channel because of how you acted. People got
Mm-hmm,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
know and I'm speaking on somebody who actually, I done had my channel for over 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I know how to move in these streets. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right. No, I hear you.
I'm just giving y'all some some kind of feedback on how to move so you won't get flagged or what I'm saying, or get your stuff taken down just because you're having a content on somebody who is really don't need content. They content by themselves basically. You
Hey,
know what I'm
thanks, Left
saying?
Dot.
They making their own content and you don't have to say nothing.
Uh-huh.
So my thing is, I wanted to say this, Perry. I love your outfit.
Oh, well, thank you.
I love your outfit. Every time you come up here, I see. I say he got a different outfit every time I look. And it's funny because this is how this woman be acting.
For real. Exactly.
This is
Yeah.
how looking and acting. I'm like, this woman is losing it for real. And then she want us to believe what she believe. And I'm like, lady, please sit down somewhere. But for most of all people like that, you have to pray for also. Cause I
Yeah.
mean, there's ain't nothing we can do. But at the same time, you got to protect yourself. That's all I'm saying. Protect
Hmm.
yourself so you won't be in no mess, so you won't be in no drama, so you won't have to deal with no foolishness. Because the first thing she gonna say, I'ma sue
Oh
y'all.
yeah,
Jag
yeah.
is not gonna sue.
I know.
He can
I
say
know.
he can
Look,
listen.
Chris,
I've been on YouTube a while too, and this is not my first time messing with a crazy person, an addict. I've dealt with addicts before, and I know I appreciate what you're saying, and you're absolutely right. But we do watch how we move. You know how many people that went after my channel?
I know.
A lot.
I
And
know.
And
that's where
most
it's just,
people,
but it's not making sense of things that they're doing because not only could they could lose their channel too, and they just, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know.
They don't realize that, and like I told you, if I done had my channel for 10 years,
Hmm.
YouTube ain't strike me for nothing because I'm smart enough to when I put content on there, I edit it. I don't say names, none of that. So
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm saying? I know how to move. So you talking to somebody who actually didn't had a page for a long time and ain't had to get a strike or nothing like that.
Hmm.
So if y'all want to keep y'all pages and stuff, please don't entertain foolishness when you don't have to. If you
well,
go
we
do
could give her a
it,
nickname.
yeah,
Well,
give
Perry,
it.
what do you say to that? Are you gonna stop?
Nope.
We'll
Why?
give her a nickname.
What you mean stop?
I know. You can give her a nickname like you do all the other people, you know what I'm saying? And that way you will be all right.
You
Cause
know,
I
in the chat, they call her Jagliar. If you spell it Jagliar.
Yeah. Well, I ain't
yeah.
stopping. So
The stuff she
I
doing
know.
ain't making no sense. Now you got your kid in this mess. None of this makes sense. And it could lead to bigger stuff like you're saying, Rashonda. Not only that, she could actually end up in jail. Not
Yeah.
just, yeah,
that's
in
what I think she
jail. She
heading.
could lose her channel. It's so many stuff that could happen to her. And eventually it's what's going to happen because you can't keep doing this. You just can't.
I think the
Speaking,
channel is the least concerned. Like she
right.
gonna end up in jail or somewhere else. And that's all
They
I'm
they
thinking.
already said Perry they want to put her up in the up in that place. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Hmm.
The nut house.
Did
Yeah,
y'all see the
not good.
letter or text or whatever the message that Goomba sent her about? I was joking about the $1 million, but yes, I was trying to get something to have you committed, but it expired. Like it
Hmm.
wouldn't expire. I don't know what he's talking about. And she posted that either yesterday or today. I don't know. I
Hmm.
saw it on YouTube today. Um
Uh,
but he was talking about that, about having her, because I remember seeing that, because I watched OKP with her right
Uh-huh.
before you came on, and he was talking about, how her cousin said Goomba was trying to have her committed, and she said, "What? When?" Uh, and so then I'm thinking he must have sent her that note or whatever, because
Hmm.
today. or last night.
Hmm.
So she's aware that he was talking about having that done because her cousin mentioned it when he was being interviewed. That
That's
he had
another
talked to
thing. She could
Goomba.
end up back in a mental institution. Is she not thinking about all this stuff? It's
Well,
just,
Right.
that's what
And
Goomba said he wanted to do.
mm,
And
he
that's
should.
what her cousin told the other creator. I still don't know who he was talking to. That Goomba wanted to have her committed, for her to get her life straight.
right,
And
right, right.
then I guess Goomba had also told King Payne that he wanted her to get help or something. And
Hmm.
then she heard about, so he official King Payne asked her about it, and that's when she was like, "What? When was
Oh
this?"
yeah,
On that
yeah.
interview from last night.
I seen it.
So, and then, like I said, when I was scrolling through today, like I watched Perry's video first because I was sick. I didn't see it. And
Hmm.
thank you for putting the Soto Police Department behind you. I was so happy, but so pissed I missed it. But yeah, then I saw this quick little thing where she, of course, videoed the or recorded the note. And he was telling her, I was joking, I was just mad about the $1 million for Philadelphia. And he said that the warrant or whatever he had for her
Hmm.
to be committed expired. It's like y'all just broke up 2 days ago. What?
Yeah. That's crazy though. It's
But she is
crazy.
gonna get herself put away in one
Sorry,
manner or the other.
everyone go on mute. We can't hear her. Rashonda, go on mute so we can hear. It's
Okay.
a echo.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I was just saying she's gonna get herself put away one way or the other, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be her own doing, nobody else's.
So where are you going from here, Perry? What's next?
Shit, there'll be another story soon. I'm gonna keep moving with it because like this story revolves like every 2 hours or so. I mean, they looking for attention. They'll come with a new scam, and I almost think another scam is on the horizon. Maybe she wasn't really going to church. She was going to get on the phone with King Payne and Sean David Wade and come up with another scam. I don't know.
Did
But
you see Vagina's getting an apartment supposedly?
Yeah,
okay.
that's what they
Yeah.
said the other day. They said that she was supposed to get an apartment, and they supposed to, Jack's supposed to be helping her do all of that. I saw that last night.
I know
That,
somebody said, "How's she getting an apartment before you?"
Well, yeah, come on now.
they said Jag gonna pay for it.
Jag say all that shit. Jag just
I
looking
know.
for a big money run. That's why, ain't no damn apartment coming for Legina. If she wanted an apartment, hell, she would have had one by now. And the
I
whole
know.
thing is this too, is that Jag is just trying to set up any way to try to make money fast. That's why she keep thinking if she toy around with the police department enough, that even though she's in the wrong, that they'll make some crucial mistake and she have a chance to get money out of them.
Perry, you think
That's
she's that crazy?
no, you know what? In back of her mind, she's thinking, okay, now, I wouldn't read my rights. Simple things that they probably could do or something. I think she's that crazy and that desperate
Sherelle,
because
she
she,
said she was
Yeah,
in there like for so many amount of hours before her rights were read.
Yeah, but you got to be pretty crazy to make the police your storyline.
No,
like,
I know, but I'm saying Perry is right. Like,
like,
I think she thinks even if she gets arrested, they'll make some crucial in the midst of it. If she gets arrested
right.
at some point, if they'll make a mistake and she can sue. I think
but
Perry's
see,
100% right with that.
well, if she doesn't mind messing with the police, then why is she mad at that girl, Shayna, who
Oh,
called the cops on her?
Because she
she's a
wants it to
bully.
be her doing on her terms.
I can't.
Hmm. Yeah.
I just don't understand why she went up there to the police. And it's like she said, "Arrest me, sir."
It's
Arrest
so
me.
dumb. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what is
Like,
wrong with you?
look, I saw this long time ago. I said she gonna end up really hurting herself or hurting somebody else. But the crazy part, what I wanted to tell y'all, she wants Goomba back.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
She
believe it.
trying to get Guma back. Guma said, I ain't gonna be bothering with you.
But the crazy part, I think he's going back.
He gonna go back. What do you think, Rashonda? I think he going back.
He out
He
there on the
probably,
corner
she
right
probably.
now.
I think she gonna talk him into coming back. I don't think he gonna want to come back on his own. I think she gonna try to talk him to come back. Baby, you know I love you, and you know I was just acting crazy. Can you come back? Because see, you gotta remember, she realizing that with that Philadelphia thing,
Mhm.
uh, he has control over that, and she don't like that.
Mhm.
So that's what she's trying to do, trying to bait him back in so he can work with her, so he could change the name back to Philadelphia so they can work together and get money together or scheme or whatever they call themselves doing.
And that little note, he's like, I relinquished everything. He's like,
Exactly.
you can have it. I don't want it. I really think, I mean, he may go back, but I think he's trying to send her a message. Even if he goes back, I think he is trying to at least send a message to her.
Well, it's so crazy. Um, I don't think people know that Philadelphia is worth nothing. She doesn't have that many subscribers. She doesn't get that many views. She tells the story here for free on YouTube or
On
Instagram
you,
first,
definitely.
Right.
and then you go back and repeat the story. It's absolutely no reason for anyone to sign up for Philadelphia
No reason at
besides
all.
supplying the crack for their
No, I
crack
agree.
habit.
I
It makes
agree.
no sense.
I
But
agree.
see, here's the thing. She wants everybody to have this narrative. Yeah, he called the police on me. He beat me up and this and that. But then 2 minutes later, you back in bed trying to get with him and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But Goon would say he tired of that. Don't be, And I wanted to say this, and I'm gonna get off of here. I wanted to say, when you trying to build a brand and you're trying to, have people to come to your defense and all that stuff and buy stuff and be this, you can't mess over people and expect them
Mhm.
to do or
Mhm.
buy something from you. You get what
Mhm.
I'm
Right.
saying? You
Mhm.
can't
Mhm.
you can't sit up here and say, well, oh, I'm gonna hit you upside the head and then, oh, buy me a t-shirt, buy my t-shirt.
Mhm.
You get what
Mhm.
I'm saying? You can't do
Mhm.
that because, like I said, them are your supporters. You got to treat your supporters right, regardless of what's going on. You get what I'm saying? So,
It's
I'm speaking from experience. I'm like, okay, I don't treat my customers or whatever I buy or give. I don't treat them as if they're nobodies, because at the end of the day, them are people that support me and make sure that they're there for me. So why would you treat somebody who loves you genuinely as if they are nothing?
I
You
mean,
get what I'm
Jag
saying?
is her name is already mud. Really,
Yeah,
I could get through to Hollywood more than she can. People
me
don't want
too.
nothing to do with her in that business. But now she's getting ready to muddy her name on YouTube, and nothing Jag say people are gonna believe if she doesn't get kicked off completely.
Now
She's
you right.
just ruined it. Because when I first met Jag, that was through Nosy, and I didn't know all this stuff, so she seemed okay because of and I didn't know Storm them. I didn't know all of them
Mhm.
at that
Exactly.
time. But because of Jag forced me to reach out to these other people, and now I see exactly what they see, and I will never respect Jag ever, not in a million years again. Or every time I hear her name, I'm thinking, what a nut job.
Right. Right.
So
So
what you do, they don't understand. She's digging a bigger hole for herself.
exactly, and you don't just knock people down when you know what I'm saying, you're trying to build your content or whatever you're trying to build. That's not how life supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs everybody at some point. So
Mhm.
the very thing that you're trying to get up on top with, you got to make sure you don't go back down with that
You're
same
also
thing.
saying people don't become successful by themselves.
Exactly.
So you need
Exactly.
people to support you and to be behind you. And
Uh
she
huh.
is making enemies by the day.
By the
Exactly.
day,
That's a
by the
good
minute.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just like, for instance, I'm gonna tell y'all a little story right quick, and I'm finna get off of here. I got a chance to, I'm a singer. I'm an
Mhm.
actual singer, and I actually had a chance to go to Sunday's Best. Now they made fun of me. They made fun of me. They was talking about me and stuff like that because they thought I couldn't sing.
Mhm.
But see, when you do people wrong,
Mhm.
God will fix it to where you will get further than the people that's making fun of you and talking about you will. You see what I'm saying? Those
Mhm.
same people who made fun of me, I ended up meeting Kim Burrell, Kurt
Mm.
Franklin, Yolanda Adams, Kiki Sherd. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, and I wasn't even expecting it. I was like, wow. And they told me never give up on my dreams. You know what I'm saying? That's something I wasn't expecting. I said, Lord, thank you. You know, the reason why that happened is because I didn't knock people down. I didn't treat people bad. I didn't do people any kind of way.
What
You
about
see
what
what I'm
she said,
saying?
Perry? She said that Jag is making enemies. Sean, they don't care. Are they just
I get
bad
it.
business people? You don't get successful by yourself.
Right.
So
I
just like
agree.
with this panel, Perry, you have people that love you, you have people that love you, Sherelle. You know what I'm saying? And I love both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing the work that y'all do, but y'all ain't knocking people down, even though y'all
Right.
y'all doing the content.
Hmm.
That's what I love about y'all. You get what I'm saying? You're
Oh, I
covering the
hear you.
story, you're getting things out there so people can understand what's really going on. Because for Jag, it's a smoke screen. She's just trying to make you believe something that ain't even there.
Right.
And you know what, with Sean and King Payne, is that they are only looking at today. They're not looking at next week, next month, next
Right.
year.
Hmm.
They're not looking at the long term. They're looking at what they can get now, what they can profit off of now.
Yeah. Well, I love y'all, Sherelle and Perry, and thank you for letting me come on the panel. I'm gonna get off of here because I know it's probably feedback and everything else on my phone.
All right. Now you good. Hey,
Love y'all.
thanks for calling though.
Okay. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
But look, this is what I'm gonna say. This like this scamming that they're doing is way too much, right? Now the son's involved. You're doing all this. These two content creators just doing everything, showing their ass, not even questioning questioning the bullshit that Jack's putting out there, right? They're allowing it to go on. And but this latest thing with the son really bothered me. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like over the line because Legina, I didn't give a damn. I didn't
Yeah.
care if
Yeah.
Jag was out there showing their ass and Goomba. I really didn't care. But this kid, is something about this kid that it hurts me that sitting here watching them about ready to F up his life
Well,
for their
in
own
the
personal greed. For their own personal greed. And these channels are back away when Jag do something crazy. You know, then they'd be like, oh, well, it's going too far. You allowing this shit to happen. You promoting it.
in the chat, I've seen people say that um Sam is not autistic.
Oh.
I don't know, but he definitely sounds, they said he's just an introvert. Maybe he has social anxiety or whatever, or maybe he changed after his mental
She
breakdown.
actually told me that. Do you think
Okay.
she would lie on her kid?
Probably.
Well, no, because he does even, just because he's on the spectrum doesn't mean that he's not smart. There's a million people on the spectrum
It
and
doesn't mean you're not
they're
smart, but
geniuses, exactly.
right,
But
but you could still have a problem. You know what I
I'm
mean?
wondering if she's doing this for sympathy and people, she
Right.
thinks,
It
oh,
could
well,
be.
if I have my son, people will definitely give me cash apps because, they won't want my son to suffer. They won't want my son to go without eating. Because when she said that her son was at her house that day that she was trying to give up some coochie for some jerk chicken, I
Uh-huh.
was like, he is? I
Yeah.
didn't realize that.
Now I'm saying this. Jag be scamming. Like, and I think this, like I said, all of us have some kind of issues. I think Sam is the most stable piece in that whole group. And I think Jag will lie to say these things for sympathy. She would use it and then now take them on the road so that people that's tired of feeling sorry for her old ass and her antics, they'll feel sorry for Sam.
Yeah, she's pulling on our
She tried to
heartstrings.
have people feel sorry for Legina ass. but that didn't last long. So the only chess piece she had left was Sam.
Pulls on our heartstrings, because even now we're like, oh my God, I feel so sorry for him.
You know what you should do, Perry?
What's that?
As you're talking, this is what I do. I jot down the topics that we're talking about. And then when you're done, you label what video it was and what was said. That way it's organized and it's easy for you to go back to find. Because if you're really going to create a accurate record of what went down and when it went down, it would be beneficial for you to get really organized with it. Because it sounds like, because I'm done talking about this, but it sounds like you, well, I'll jump in and out like you wake me up and tell me something crazy, but just keep a very accurate record, because a lot of times Jag forgets what she says. And then she'll change the story.
Well, and I get it. Like, it's a lot because, the scamming is going on daily.
She forgot what she said yesterday. She told King
that's what I'm saying. It's very important that you keep an accurate record. She will forget. She will forget. And then that's when you have to come back with text messages, video clippings.
I got you.
You have to do that for all of them. And also King Payne lies a lot. Well, both of them. They just tell flat out lies.
She told him, I'm going to buy my son a car. But on that call that she played, he told his father, I bought him a car. So just that quick, in that same day, hours later, she forgot.
And also what you should do too is let the public know if they hear anything, reach out to you through your hotline or your Instagram, because when you make the public aware of what you're doing, they will help you.
Well, that's a good
they'll
idea.
Start sending you stuff, or they'll call.
And I'll say that too right now. Let me say that right now. If you have any information on this stuff, because I will be just following this stuff on this Jaguar scamming situation, hit me up at Perry Sanders 007 on IG. That's Perry Sanders 007 on IG. And I appreciate that too, because like, I can't let it go, Sherelle, because like, if I'm talking about the scamming and then I back away and they still scamming, I feel like they still getting over on people.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I just feel like they're getting over, and they need to be called out for their bullshit. If you're going to scam, at least I'm going to let people know you scamming.
Right. The rest of the world works hard for our money. You know what I mean? Like, why let her sit here and just make up stories and just get money? But it's also now like the son, it's just everyone's even more invested. I see a lot of people saying, oh my God, that's so wrong. Oh God, that's wrong. Like, they're angry at her.
And that's another thing too, Perry, because not everybody believes that shit that they're putting out there, but not everybody has a voice like you do. So you're helping people by taking calls, letting them come up, express how they feel, and then you're being that voice that's saying, this is ridiculous. This has to stop.
Right. No, with your hashtag Save Sam, because pretty much
start a hashtag movement.
That's where we at. Save Sam. Because at this point, I rolled with it and laughed about it when they scam and I call them out on it. But this was over the top. When now at this point, you willing to sacrifice your kid's life? I mean, because it's going to affect them for the rest of his life, this bullshit you putting out here on this social media. And now you want to include him in on the big scam, the big heist.
And throw his father under the bus. Try to throw his father under the bus, but his father kept his composure. So I wonder if she'll try that again.
She will. She'll go through some old tech. She'll come up with some more shit about the father. I think she done tried it before and keep throwing it out there. Because now she's going to try to discredit him to make her look like she was a great mother.
Okay. Jag's in the chat. She's mad.
I don't give a damn.
Hold on. She's mad. She said you're telling lies and stuff to your chat, and that you're jealous because you. So listen, I got other people watching because you can't get an interview with her.
I can interview with you right now. I refuse to let you up. I'm not King Payne. I'm not Sean Davy Way. I ain't kissing your ass, Jag. I'm gonna call you out for the liar that you are, the scammer, and how sick of you. I'm glad you're in the damn chat to include Sam in this bullshit, Jag.
Yeah.
Damn, do you have a little bit of conscience? I mean, damn, no morals. You just a big scammer, a big fucking loser. and so are those two clowns that you calling every day, promoting your bullshit. And no, interview like who hell? Look, Jack, who want to interview with you? That's why you so upset now and looking for money and fundraisers and
Okay,
shit.
they're saying that Legina's live now. Hold on, you keep talking. I'll be right back.
Yeah, what the hell?
They're full. They're bothered, Perry. They're bothered. Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me
Scamming
go
ass.
see.
I don't give a damn.
Let me go see what she's saying. I'll be right back.
They act like I really give a damn.
Does she have the 50?
No, you know what though? At this point, just
It's
to show
like
the other
50
two
or
clowns.
not.
No. It's not even. I had raised to 100 before, but you know what? For real, because this ain't about clicks and views and wanting to just have her on here. Because when
Exactly.
Dad come along, you get the same bullshit, the crazy stories about little peens being emmed, this and that, and all the craziness that she bring, and all the lies, right?
They got something crazy going on right now. They seem to be arguing. I can't hear. You can't stream it, can you? Is that because I know you can't do it on YouTube? Can
Yeah.
you stream their
What?
IG live? It's Legina. Hold on. Hold on. She's talking about you. Hold on. Just hold on. I'll be right back. Shit.
Okay.
I thought they couldn't go live on IG.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on, but they get to be bothered about something. But they need to be bothered by the scamming that they're doing.
Okay. V said don't take the chance of streaming it, but go to the channel and put the mic up to the phone.
Okay, well, whose is it? Okay.
Regina, I am gold.
Okay.
This is a mess. I am Legina
Okay,
Gold.
hold on. Let me see.
Sorry. I am Legina Gold. This is sad. I don't know about this, Pierre. You might have to let this shit go. They
I'm gonna go on my YouTube and tell you guys what happened in Cleveland.
Oh, she ain't talking about shit.
Cleveland.
And no, the thing is with me and Jack, we don't agree on the same things sometimes. No, we agree on most things because we similar to each other. So we agree on the same thing. So what she talk about is what I already talked about. Or what I feel like is true. That's why I specifically reached out to Jag. Before I was in a mental institution, I reached out to Jag. I know, but I am for the people in the back, just so they can stop saying, oh, da-da-da. He lied. I totally lied. I got an ancestry test. I got an ancestry test
they
for
still
him.
talking that same
So if
stupid
he want to
shit.
find out who he was his real daddy and his family members, and he want to find that out for himself, he can.
I've got the picture of them from
he don't want to do it. He
when
never
they
said
were
that.
at the
All
shelter.
these people that claim that they want to do stuff for their online, I reached out and I said it, and they don't want to do it.
Don't forget that,
And it is
Jennifer.
what it is.
Oh my God.
Okay.
And for people that say, "Oh, you act like Jack," exposing the truth and cussing. That's what you thinking. It is.
So Perry, they're just trying to cover up the fact that they've been exploiting. And I heard that they were saying in the chat that Sean and King Payne are exploiting them. The Regina or Legina and Jag, yeah, and the kid. That's crazy. But you have a picture of what, Jennifer?
You know that picture that everyone's talking about, Angela and Elijah in the shelter with her dad as a baby.
Yeah.
You know, it's an article. I have that. I have the picture of them. And I have a picture of her when she was in the Special Olympics.
Legina?
Yeah.
Can you send that to Perry?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Why would she be in the Special Olympics? Is there some kind of mental? Well, we gotta start investigating things because You're not in the Special Olympics for no reason, right, Jennifer? Is that how it goes?
Right.
No, you're not.
Right. I can send it. I'll send it as soon as we get off here.
Oh, wow. It's crazy. Anyway, I gotta go. But Perry, you keep accurate records. If you guys in the chat, go ahead, Perry. You say what you gotta say.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, hey, if you got any information on it, because I will keep going. I mean, it'll be some shit popping off probably as we speak, right? Just hit me up at Perry Sanders 007 on
At
IG.
IG.
Yeah, Perry Sanders 007.
That's really weird, but you're not in the Special Olympics unless something is wrong.
Right.
Which they keep trying to convince us that she's okay and they're not exploiting her, but she is. Something's
Yeah, it was
wrong. Do you see
something
what I'm
at
saying?
school. It was a
Mhm.
school Special Olympics thing.
So she has something's wrong. To even start out, she could have been suffering from mental illness back then. She could have been I don't want to say like
They always try to cover it up, Sherelle. There's a reason why she was in the mental ward. Let's keep the shit real. So we ain't even go back to then. There's a reason why.
yeah.
But then they try to put a spin on it that, of course, she do, that her real parents is the ones that's out there, and she was starting to expose them. So they had her committed.
Stop. Stop. They did not say that.
I cannot make this shit up.
The picture is of her and Elijah, and it says Nana Owosu and his twin babies, Elijah Owosu and Angela Owosu.
Yeah.
Perry, someone in the chat said, Perry, let's talk about you being paid off. By who? Who's paying them off? Who's paying them off? We know Jag ain't got no money.
Yeah.
And thanks for reminding me of that. Philadelphia is not making any money at all. So there's a website that you can go to when you're bloggers and you do stuff like that. They're not making any money. That's why they're doing this crazy ass scheme.
Mhm.
You can look up how much money I make a year. You can. They're not making any money and not enough money to be ruining their reputation. Make that make sense.
It's available on Roku for $9.99.
Someone said, why would Jag pay him off to talk about her? I know,
It just don't make sense.
They got trolls in there. But you're gonna make the troll sound silly. Y'all make no sense. We don't care if you're in
it rode the small bus too. Sound like it just don't make sense. Who the hell gonna pay me for what? If anything, Jack would pay me to shut the fuck up and stop calling out the scam.
Yeah. No,
Hello.
listen, you control all you want. Perry is onto this and he's not letting up. And I agree with you, Jennifer. There's something wrong with Legina to be in the Special Olympics. Perry, you got to take this information, find out what it is. They're exploiting this girl. They're exploiting Jack. They're exploiting Sam. And there's nothing you could do to change that.
That's one thing they got right. They are being exploited by them.
They're totally exploited.
It's like the traveling circus.
Let's
They're acting like they're friends and with them, and they're looking out for their best interests. But
someone said if they're paying Perry off, why didn't they get themselves an apartment? It's true. She's homeless. It's so ridiculous. These people are so sad. You don't know. It could be the other bloggers themselves or somebody. You know what I mean? They come over here and try to disrupt. There's no disrupting what happened yesterday. She brought her child into this. And he was very uncomfortable with that. You played a recorded conversation in which the other person didn't realize till damn near halfway in.
No, at the end.
At the end, realized that they were being recorded. And Jag is breaking all kind of bylaws and they're all just a hot mess. It is a mess, child.
And then another thing, you can't disrupt the truth. See, if I was lying and coming up with these schemes and had to remember my lines, like what to say, is she on the run? Is she not on the run? Is she in jail? You know, all that shit. You can't disrupt the truth. This is my opinion. This is what I see.
Also, how many times has Perry, just in this video alone, how many times has Perry asked for money?
None.
It's like, how many times has Perry asked you guys to hit up his Cash App? What's Perry's quota for the day?
Hit that like before I say anything
Hit
else.
that cash app. Hit that. I'm not
Right,
gonna
right,
tell the
right,
story
right.
until you hit the cash
Chemo,
app.
chemo,
I'm gonna
lipo,
pout until
PFO.
you hit that cash app.
I need
Yeah.
at least
Really?
$50, and if y'all don't get 50, y'all ain't
Uh-huh.
hearing it. And I
Uh-huh.
need 200 likes. $50, 200 likes.
Mm-hmm. Step right up to
Mm-mm-mm.
the traveling circus. Hear it,
Yeah,
hear
it's
it.
so ridiculous. It's
You know,
sad,
that's some
but
bullshit.
I think my personal feelings is that Regina really suffers from some kind of disability, like maybe like a form of autism, maybe, or
Right.
uh,
Something.
yeah, even I don't know the correct word because you're not supposed to say is. I seen in paperwork where it says mild retardation. I
No,
don't
don't
know
say
if there's
that R
Yeah.
word.
you can't say it at all.
No,
Well, what's the
it's
word for it then?
I what is my friend works at a facility, and now I
Please,
can't.
I don't want to disrespect anyone because I
Right,
really think
right.
she deals with something like that. And I want
Yes.
do you guys in the chat know what's the correct word to use?
Because
When
I
you,
have no idea.
I
But
have no idea.
you know, like I said, something's probably wrong. Like
It's like
it just
intellectual disability.
okay.
I'll just use that for now because I don't know the proper word. But I think she deals with some kind of intellect disabilities, like she said. And not to be mean, that's just what my heart says.
Yeah. Oh, you know, I
Oh,
don't
on
really
the
know,
spectrum.
but
Okay, she's on the spectrum.
I just
But
know that
not that
she
doesn't necessarily mean autism though.
I just I don't know. I gotta go educate myself and find out the correct words because I really
yeah.
don't.
I
Yeah,
don't
like
know,
the
but
R word is considered derogatory now.
okay. Thanks. I'm
It's
glad.
like you
Yeah.
say little people instead of the M word.
Or yeah,
Hmm. Right, right.
it's changing. I don't want to offend anybody because I'm not saying this to be offensive, but I
Oh,
Hmm.
I
honestly
know.
believe something's wrong. But I'm gonna educate myself and come back with the correct word.
No, I
I
agree.
don't know.
We don't want to be saying the wrong things.
I don't.
But look, put it this
What
way,
is
and
that
just common
cognitive? Maybe
something's
that's
not
it.
right. I mean, you know, something's wrong with her,
Special needs. That's
in
it.
our opinion. Well, my
Special
opinion.
needs. That's
Yeah,
it. I believe she's special needs. Oh, you guys are going
something.
on and on.
Huh?
It's a lot of words you can use.
Yeah.
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 But I mean, that's what I think. I think, but these people, something wrong with Jag.
Something's wrong with Jag.
No, I'm just let's keep it real. Something wrong with her.
Hmm.
The husband says she don't take her meds. She says it. You know what I'm saying? So when you getting all this stuff, and she have a record of being in the mental ward, so what that tell you too? So look, these people that claim to be their friends, I would think that would do friend shit. Like, yeah, if I had a friend, I would try to, you know, keep them from making a fool of themselves. I would
Definitely.
try to keep them off air.
Perry, I sent a message on your ID, Sherlock
Oh,
Holmes.
hey, thank you.
Okay.
I
I
appreciate
know
No,
I
you.
like
really.
to be Sherlock Holmes too.
If you guys have things that will help Perry keep accurate records, if you think there's things that he needs to know, because I believe in my heart that one day, Perry, you're going to have to go back. Even if they just lie about something, then you
Uh-huh.
can go back and pull that record. Because what's the name? He's always lying. He'll say one thing one day, and then that, like, just keep an accurate record, and that way they can't lie. So you
Right.
already
Right,
locked
right,
yourself
right,
in,
right.
and you brought your son into this. Now you can't go back and say that Perry did anything crazy or any. You did it, Jag. You brought your
Right.
son into this.
Yeah, I mean,
Whether
Perry
it's
didn't do
to
none of this shit.
protect himself or someone else.
Perry did
Yeah.
not put her on King Tang show. I didn't put him on Sean Everyway show. I ain't even on y'all three-way calls when y'all coming up with the new scheme. So how can Perry be involved in the shit? Perry just calling out what I see. When I see you running around social media
And
with,
also,
with
really quickly before I leave, Perry, clear the record. Are you jealous that they are doing interviews and spreading false information?
look, no, why would I be I'm saying, look, I could have had her on before they did. Jack would
That's
come on this shit
true.
right now if I would let her. But I refuse to be a part of her scamming. They just too cowardly to avoid the scam. You know what I'm saying? They help promoting her shit. I refuse to let her scam on my panel.
That's true. You could have had the exclusive months ago.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't
All
want that
right,
shit,
Perry.
and I'm jealous, and I'm about ready to get the hell out of here too.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I
So,
got to go do research. Look at
okay.
We're
y'all.
all gonna do research because I'm gonna look into that stuff and send that to Perry. Jennifer, we got to do our research and we got to keep accurate records.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm
Thank you,
about ready to
Jen.
bounce. Yeah, and
Yeah.
thanks, Jennifer, for coming too. So hey,
No problem.
hey, people, thanks for just popping in because I didn't give no notice. I was like, fuck it, let me just talk about it. But thank you guys for coming in, hanging out with us. Thanks for all the super chats and all that stuff. I truly appreciate it. And you don't have to give, but thank you for supporting the channel because I'm not like I don't have a quota. You know, I don't need Jenny Craig. I'm not wearing a fake crown.
I can't,
Look,
Perry.
okay, let me stop. But anyway,
You don't
people,
have to
my.
maintain your dreads.
Look, thanks
I
for coming.
see that.
Look.
I see that, Jennifer. Anyway, let me go. We'll talk about it. I'm sure we'll be back on today because
Yeah.
they
All
go
right,
all
y'all.
day.
Check you
Thank
later.
you guys for coming. I truly appreciate it. On
Okay.
3, we'll say bye. 1, 2, 3.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
y'all.